Hello and welcome to the Pixel Podcast. My name is Matt, and I'm here with Ethan, who's carefully pouring his beer. Careful.
Well, he's done pouring
don't spill
it. Now
anything
he's trying to drink.
Don't spill anything on my carpet. This is unlike some people's carpets. This is not expendable. Ricardo.
Wait, what do you mean what expendable carpets?
You're like, it's not a big deal.
Oh, I care, but it's whatever.
Well, and Ethan has a history of saying it's fine, whatever, and
Yeah.
then later amending his statement of,
By the way,
it's fine.
when I said it was fine, I lied.
Let's not bring that up in so many kind words.
Ricardo regaling the ancient tales of days gone by.
Yes!
Stay a while and listen. Yes.
Leah!
Video game jokes. Amber likes video game jokes.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Depends on.
Yeah, some people do.
Some people do. But
Amber's here.
Yeah, yes, I am here. I'm present. I'm drinking a beer.
Amber's drinking a beer. This is a
As
rare,
we
it's a rare
are
occurrence.
all.
Yeah.
As are we all. Everyone, as all people
as we
do.
are all.
So say we all.
You too are drinking a beer with us, even in spirit.
Indeed.
Unless you're underage.
Drink from the beer of life.
Unless you're underage, in which case you are drinking a pop drink
Yes.
of your favorite flavor.
You're
We're from
drinking a
California. We say a
delicious-
soda.
Yeah, we
Drinking
do.
delicious
So I just like to be
Shasta
antiquated. Shasta Cola, your favorite.
that your parents purchased for you
'Cause
because
they were
they're
cheap.
trying to save money.
But you have a crippling soda addiction,
Yes.
and they have to feed it somehow.
Indeed. Or you just recently had a pizza party and there was a lot left over.
Dude, I want a pizza party. You guys want to get pizza tonight? Anyway,
Sure, why not?
beers are something that we just talked about. Ricardo, what beers do we have with us this evening?
Today we have the Dudes Brewing Company. I believe they originate in Torrance, California.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
I like how we're always getting locally sourced, or
Mhm.
almost always.
I only get my beers.
It's really
locally
like
sourced.
I've noticed that
California's a good hotspot for craft
California's
brews.
a hot spot.
That
And
makes
this
sense.
is a Grandma's Pecan English Style Brown. So it's an English Style brown ale like your Newcastle's,
I
but
love English style.
it's supposed to have more of a pecan-y taste
I taste
to
it.
it. What do you guys think?
It all right.
Yeah.
It's just
I
not
definitely thought nut. Yeah, of
Yeah.
some kind of nut. I didn't read the can, so I didn't know it was pecan. But I
Yeah.
can see that. It definitely tastes like a more nutty, like a little bit more bitter Newcastle. Kind of similar. in that
Yeah, a
regard.
little bit
Not
more
quite,
bitter.
Not quite as creamy.
A little
and a little
heavier.
bit more heavy, like a little bit more heavy and bitter.
It's not bad. I was getting a lot more of the kind of like the sweet pecan aftertaste at first, but now that I've gotten into it a little bit, it's kind of just
better.
kind of tastes like a brown.
So on first taste sweet, on second taste brown.
Indeed.
We give it a 4. I am gonna give it a 4 because I do like browns. This one's pretty good.
Ethan
3.
3. Amber,
I'd say 3.
I'm gonna say 4.
What?
What? How dare you?
Controversy to start off the show.
Oh no! The two
Our
scores
Metacritic
scores that we give out.
3 and 4.
Our Metacritic score is 3.5 for this beer, though.
We are the IGN of beer score.
We run a 2-point scale. Is it a 3 or a 4? Those are the only two.
Again, it's the IGN scale.
Well, here's the
If-
thing: is that
It's been
none
of them are like we haven't had any bad
See, the
beers.
thing is, we're
This
not,
one's
we're not
just
going out to
okay.
review every single beer. Like if we wanted to get bad beers,
Oh,
we could go get bad beers.
Next
but we're not
time,
gonna go,
one of us should get a bad
we're not
beer.
gonna pay for
How
bad
do we
beer.
find a bad beer though?
I mean,
Bud
you'll-
Light.
Like
No.
the thing is, like,
Yeah.
every bad beer seems to be documented, or I mean, not everyone, but like the ones that you can know for sure are gonna be bad.
And there
are
are some craft beer places that are not good.
that are not
but
great. I mean, I
Or-
could go to. I won't say the name of it because I think that some of the things are good. But I could go to that one place we went for my bachelor party, the one that had the really strong ones.
Oh yeah.
Those ones were not like terrible, but they were just too strong alcohol for the flavor was just overwhelmed like most of the time.
Is that the one that we went to?
No, we went to Noble, which
Okay.
which had a good balance of flavor versus
I
strength.
think I might know what you're talking about.
And
Let's
there's another one with a similar name. But again, it's got some good places, so it's a good flavor. So I'm not gonna say.
That's the thing. Is just
It's
every
terrible. I'm
crap
not gonna name
place has
shame.
ups and downs. Not everything's
Sure.
amazing. like Bootleggers
steep.
Brewery, one that we frequent, but there's some that I'm like, oh, this one.
Yeah,
Well, I
there
was
are some
drinking
I'm not a
one.
big fan of
suspect
everything
ones.
Lagunitas does, and I like Lagunitas, but some of their stuff is not quite my thing.
Yeah, there's definitely some at Bootleggers that are down, but they have their.
All right, well then, who's next? Ethan. You're next, right? I guess your goal is to try and find a craft beer that no one's heard of.
All right, that's tough. A craft beer no one's heard
Well,
of.
not no one's heard of, but like it's not like Miller Lite or Bud
Gosh,
Light or something really obvious that we just know already.
Just pick
what it
one that
tastes
sounds like it won't be good. Like if it's like a, I don't know.
We gotta get off of this 2-point scale, guys.
Okay, I'll give it a 2. How's
Gotta
that?
curve it.
No, that's not.
You
Nope.
can't just change your
That's
score.
editorially
It
changed.
was, no, the score was in
The
review,
initial reaction,
and then it got changed.
It got
Review in
changed.
progress. This is
Oh,
early
yeah,
access beer.
I really
It's
don't
like
like
yeah, at first the beer was a 3, but after we've heard they haven't fixed the problems after the second and third sips,
After
we
it's
decided to
been
lower our
released
score.
into my mouth for a while, I figured out that it's not as good as I thought.
I rated the beers a 3 on the hopes that it would get improved with
every
with
sip.
the coming sips, but it turns
out it's not.
they've decided to abandon future
The
support. for
beer
beer.
support, it didn't hold it didn't hold the cold very well, and now it's
Hashtag
quite
beer
warm.
sport.
So, well, it's quite warm here in Southern California. I went to lunch today with someone, and it was 106 degrees outside.
Why would you
Did
go
you
outside?
guys eat outside?
No,
Okay.
no.
I was gonna say
I went
crazy.
inside and grabbed the table and
Yes.
sat there until I had to order. So
Quite
that no one
hot.
still see.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
supposed to be
Out
as
in your
hot.
neck of the woods, it's probably even hotter. I would imagine. Like
I think
here
it
we got
got
a
up to
coastal
be
breeze,
like
so.
111 or something
Oh,
like that.
jeez.
So it's like it's supposed to. This is supposed to be the peak, and
Yeah.
then it's supposed to drop off.
Like 20
after
degrees
this.
tomorrow. It's gonna be like 80 something. I mean, it's
Yeah,
still hot, but
but-
not 106 or 110.
Yeah.
Not to the point where it's like I don't even want to go outside. I went outside at like 10, and I was like, this feels like it's like after like late afternoon.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ugh.
yeah.
Yeah, I went out
Yuck.
after work and I was like, oh my gosh, it still feels like an oven out
I
here.
had a day off today, so I closed all the blinds and all the doors and all the windows and just like no light, no heat, get away from me. And that didn't quite help because it's still like 80 something and it's 82 degrees in here, so
Yeah.
Better than
better than Ethan's room.
indeed.
Very true.
Yes,
My room is just
which with
nasty.
the sunlight just coming
Right
straight
now
into
is
it.
the worst time. Anytime it hits like 5 p.m. and the sun just goes
Oh.
directly into that freaking house.
And do you have AC? You have AC, right?
I do, but
like,
it
not-
doesn't. There's like a little teeny tiny vent in that room.
That sucks.
And
Don't you have the hole in the ceiling?
Yeah, that's the vent.
Yeah,
There's no vent.
But
it's
it's-
pretty
just-
big.
It's
It's a
pretty
big
tiny.
hole in the bill. In the
Pretty tiny compared to the size of
I
that
also
room,
can't
though.
direct the air. Like the air over his bed
it
is very
just
cool,
goes
but it just goes straight down. and
Which is okay when I'm sleeping.
barfs,
Yeah.
barfs cold air directly down.
I had a vent on there, but I took it off to get even more airflow. But
There you
it
go.
didn't.
yes.
That
It's not
makes
helping
sense.
that
And
much.
even more rats.
more rats,
falling
yeah,
down
more
from
spiders.
the ceiling.
None of that has happened.
Speaking
so.
speaking of spiders and rats,
Yeah.
Ethan, I hear you've been playing some Warhammer.
Hey,
Total
got me
War.
boys over
Yeah,
here.
Total War Warhammer.
Yeah, get 'em, boys. Whoa, orc boys, bigums, smallums.
Yep.
Are there smallums?
No.
Really?
No.
Oh, I was
That
gonna
would
say
be-
that would be
There's
hilarious.
That's a
goblin. There's goblins. They don't call them smallums.
They're just
Yeah.
called goblins.
Yeah.
That's
They do
boring.
have arrow. They're not arrow. It's arrow.
Era.
Oh,
Arrow.
arrow.
Orc arrow boys.
Era.
So yeah, I've been playing Total War Warhammer.
Yes.
Or is it Warhammer Total
No,
War?
it's Total War Warhammer.
Okay. It
The
rolls
war,
right off
'cause
the
War
tongue.
and War are right next to it. Total
that's
War
true.
Warhammer.
Total War.
That-
Total
War.
War Warhammer.
The game is great. I forgot how much I liked Total War games. It's been a while since I played them. I think the last one I played was Shogun Total War 2, which was good. But this kind of fixes a lot of the issues I had with the old Total War games where it's like, oh, everything's just kind of the same, using the same units. But this one, all the different factions have completely different units and work completely differently, which is super awesome because it's not just, here's a mass of dudes. I mean, it still is, here's a mass of dudes, but it's less about
different
that. And they're
dudes.
like, oh, these dudes are really
They're more
powerful.
different dudes.
Yeah.
More different.
More different dudes.
Tell me about your favorite orc unit, Ethan. I don't think I've mentioned it yet. It's a long time
My
ago.
favorite orc unit is the little goblin mans who get into the catapults and get wingsuits and catapult themselves over into groups of people, go and then kill
Land.
themselves and murder like a bunch of dudes.
It's a kind of specialty catapult that the orcs can
So,
get.
so I'm guessing you're playing as the orcs primarily.
I am because
Or the greenskins,
The
because it's
greenskins.
orcs and goblins.
Racist.
They're
Anyone-
they're
yeah, they
together.
like
They've
it.
been
Anyone-
touched by the fell.
No.
Is that what happened?
Anyone with a green skin is just put into its own category.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Even though trolls
Trolls also
don't
fall
really have
as-
green
but
skin.
they're kind of gray. It's close enough. I mean,
Go on.
They
And
should've
they
just
be
put
talking like this,
GR.
man.
Oh, do they really? Or is
No,
that,
that's-
oh,
that's-
that's another.
that's-
Damn it!
That's how they talk in Warcraft.
you wouldn't
Yeah, I
know
know.
because Warcraft is basically
That's
just
what
different, like Blizzard's version of Warhammer.
blade be thirsty.
Yep, that's pretty much it. But what else I think? So there's one. My biggest problem with the game is really weird. It's the load times. The load times are so freaking long in that. But I think they've always
They're
been
pretty
long in every Total
Yeah,
War
in
game.
Is it-
Total War games, they've
Are
been
they
long
long
for
to get into like a new area or when you get into a battle?
Anytime you get into a battle, it's
Like
like,
when you're
Yeah.
on
and
the,
anytime
when
you
you're on the
leave
map.
a battle,
Yeah, when you
Yeah.
load in and out of the campaign map, that's where it
it's
is.
super long.
Yeah.
Yeah, the initial loads were longer for me. Once I've been playing for a while, they seem to go faster. I don't know.
I think I need. This is the first game I looked at. I'm like, I should install this on an SSD, but my SSD is too small. So
yeah, it's a big game. It's like 80 gigs.
Yeah, it's a huge game.
It's like a
Damn.
huge
but it'll be
game.
worth it because that game freaking takes forever to load.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah,
understandable
I
because
just-
the campaign map is so much different than the.
And it's got so much unit detail too. It's
It
like
does.
it's really high fidelity when you actually get into the massive units.
It's a very cool looking game. It's very epic scale and just
Yeah.
it's just zooming in on like battles. Sometimes I don't even pay attention to the battles. If I'm winning, I'll just be like, I'm gonna zoom in.
Yeah.
Look at this
Yeah.
big dragon coming in and ripping dudes up.
It's really awesome to see. I've been playing my dwarf campaign a lot more. I kind of like started. To,
Oh, the
like,
one that
focus on
says
them.
easy.
Uh,
It says initial challenge.
easy, initial starting challenge. Yeah, but I don't know. That seems BS to me because I've run into so many freaking problems.
I
with
turned
that.
I turned on my game, or I did restart my orc campaign after a while because the dwarves just came and just destroyed all
Yeah,
my main dudes.
they like I don't know. Like I'm gonna talk about it, but I got some problems with the AI in that game. But the my favorite unit is the dwarf king, who is just a giant guy on a giant throne with a big book in his hand and an axe in the other hand, carried on the backs of 4 other dwarves, just
As he
like
should
just
be.
running into just all these
It's
guys.
weird
just
that
running
I
into
was like,
battle.
oh, that's cute. It's on the campaign map. That's cute. Oh no, he actually fights on the game like that. That's weird.
Yeah.
He's got this giant book in front of him. He's just swinging this axe on the side of this.
You know,
this
A
litter.
really efficient like fighting unit.
Yeah,
I'm
seriously.
sure.
It's great. It's great to watch.
Orcs don't need none of that.
Yeah, the orcs just charge into battle or wear a wingsuit and fling themselves into battle. It's
Some great units in this game.
it's great.
The load
So
times
good.
also like I think I really need to restart my game again because I did restart it. I played it for 1 second and then my immediate commander got immediately slaughtered.
Oh.
right away.
Yeah, that's
And I was
That
like,
sucks.
that's
cool.
like it's done.
So I'm gonna restart again, and now I realize that the way provinces work are actually really important. So you have to have everyone like capture an entire province, or else you're gonna have uprising.
It's
and
more helpful
it's-
to do that. Yeah.
I didn't know
because
that.
then the other ones in that area will just come and like
Yeah,
destroy
exactly.
you.
Well, the other province, like you can't set like when you have the entire province, you can set the tax rate for the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
A province is made up of a group of cities,
Right.
and then you can
Like in
also
real
you can
life.
also do what's called like an edict or a command for that whole region, which like means the tax rate is gonna be better here, so you get more money out of it, or you can improve the happiness in this area, or improve the building, or something like that along the whole region. But if you don't have if you don't have all the sections, all the parts of that province, then you can't issue those commands. So.
So it makes a big difference.
Yeah, so on top of that, only having one section of a province is weaker because you just can't control that region as effectively as when you
Right.
have everything inside of that.
I do like having the warg mechanic where your orcs get super fighty, and then just when they get up to the
Spawn
max,
another unit.
a whole new giant army just appears out of nowhere and just like
Oh, that's
a
pretty awesome.
log started, and you just go send them anywhere and
Yeah.
just murder anything. It's pretty great
Like when
for
they just
free.
go wog.
Wog.
Fightiness.
Fightiness.
Yeah.
They get mad if you don't kill everyone. So it's like you can ransom captives back from a battle, but it's like
It lowers the fightiness.
your fightiness goes down because we're like, we didn't get to eat them, kill them, or do anything.
That's always my
let him go.
problem.
Let 'em go.
Or do anything.
do anything. We just sent them for money. Money's boring.
No, to orcs, they want to eat them.
They want to eat them.
Come on, eat 'em. The dwarves can only kill them or release them.
They can't eat 'em?
They can't eat them.
That's
the dwarves
way
don't
less
do that.
interesting.
The dwarves get helicopters with miniguns on them though, so
That's pretty cool.
that's pretty helpful.
Yep. That game is really cool. Looking forward to playing more of it. I
Yeah.
only dove into it for a little bit because I was just frustrated with the load times. It was also really
Yeah.
hot, and I didn't want to stay in my
Yeah.
house very long this weekend.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I'm running into a problem with the AI right now where like I've got like some really solid armies that can totally crush pretty much anything the orcs are sending at me because I'm on the other side of that I'm playing dwarves, which mostly fighting orcs, and for one the the AI just loves to just run around your army and then go behind your lines and just like, which in a normal campaign, like that's like the worst thing that you would ever want to do, right? Like run past the enemy and go
right.
into deep into their territory, because like in real life, your army would just get cut off and killed,
Right.
and or like you'd kill some settlements, but then you wouldn't have enough money to like be able to like, or you'd leave your settlements all open for attack, but they just run. But the dwarves can't move as fast on the campaign map as the orcs can. So they just run around my dudes. I'm chasing them around the map. Can't catch them. They're just killing all my settlements along the way. And there's nothing I can do about it unless I know already where they're going to be. And I don't know that unless I save scum and like save the game, play a turn, and then go and then reload to
I can use the ambush mechanic a little bit.
You could do that again if I knew where they were going to go in advance.
It's true.
It's just kind of more so that like it's a little bit annoying that happens with such frequency, and especially for the orcs, because the idea of the orcs is they're supposed to want to like fight all the time. So like it's annoying that they keep avoiding my armies, and I can't really do much.
They just want to fight the
them.
easy ones. They
Because
go
you
for
can't-
anyone.
You can't just build units wherever in that game. You can only build units on a commander. So if you only have one or two commanders, you can only have one or two armies. You can't like build
Right.
units in
Yeah, it's
defensive
so interesting
positions
mechanic.
later on, like later in your back
Like
lines.
you can't build them and have them stationed at cities or anything like that.
No, unless you
They
build a
have
new
to s-
commander in every single city, which is like
Got
really
it.
cost
It's really
ineffective because
expensive.
that would make it.
That's what I did at the beginning of your first game, and I lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the thing: is this the first time they did like a licensed game? That's not just like here's a set in history.
That's not true. They did Alien Isolation.
Did they?
Yeah, Creative Assembly did Alien.
I didn't know
Isolation.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, whoa. I know that
that
either.
was them.
No, but
And
Total-
they're doing
for-
Halo Wars too.
for Total War, but yes.
So I guess the Total War
Yeah.
franchise is the first one. What other franchises would lend themselves to this? 'Cause I think that's what they're gonna do next, maybe, because I think this has been like
Do
their number
more
one
licensed
selling.
stuff?
Huh?
Do more licensed stuff?
Like
Yeah.
as Total
This has been number one
War.
selling, I think, because like Total War fans really loved it, and also Warhammer fans. This is like exactly
Yeah.
what
Well,
Warhammer.
also like having a
Warhammer fans
recognizable IP helps a little bit too. Probably.
Yeah.
Definitely, but I think that like a lot of people, it's a well-made game. Too.
It also is a
is
great game.
Yeah,
What?
you could do
licenses?
Warhammer 40k.
Yeah. Well,
I mean,
40K
you've already worked with Games Workshop, so I mean, it wouldn't be crazy
think-
hard to get that. But it would be a little bit weirder because 40k is like space, and so that would be a very different style.
And they have
of
land battles and stuff like
sure,
that. so
sure, but
maybe-
it would
And they
be
deal Space Marines, and it'd be kind
Space
of worth it.
Marines.
I think. Are you gonna say what you mentioned earlier?
yeah, I was gonna say Game of Thrones would be
Yeah.
really good on this.
Ooh,
That would
That'd
actually
be
be
really,
really
perfect,
cool.
considering all the backstabbing and diplomacy and all
Yeah.
that stuff
That'd be great. It's like do
that's
you,
having and the little alliances and little houses. Like
and
it
then
all lends
maybe
itself
finally
perfectly.
there will be a good Game of Thrones video game.
Oh,
Sick burn.
shots fired at Telltale.
But especially considering last week's episode where it was just like, this is just a total war battle, but like
it was a giant battle.
this is a
Yeah.
total war battle.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
you
we
could
were
pick.
talking about that. We're like, because we came in and I was playing the game, and Ethan was just watching all my dudes just cram up against each other, trying to get through a doorway, fight these orcs. And he's like, this is like, and I was like, this is like just like real life, like just waiting in line to like fight these orcs. And I'm like, man, it's like that Game of Thrones episode that just came out this week.
Yep.
Where everyone was just like stuck in a small little area.
Spoilers.
That's not really too much of a spoiler.
So-
There was a fight in this
There's
Game
a
of-
fight in a Game of
the
Thrones.
heavily advertised battle in the title episode.
Spoilers.
But yeah, I think that honestly, like, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, that would be the perfect.
That'd be so cool. You
IP.
could pick like the Lannisters, the
Exactly.
Starks.
And they all have their
the-
own
Die
thing.
for the Starks.
Again,
Just,
the only
like,
problem
starting-
is
starting
like,
position hard.
yeah, that'd probably
Starting
be,
position, you're just
Impossible.
gonna die.
Could I be the wildlings?
maybe.
That would be cool.
That'd be the, see, that's the thing is
That'd
Game
be
of-
that'd be
the
DLC.
problem. The problem with
That'd
Game of
be DLC.
Thrones is it's very similar to like, oh, this is
Medieval.
every character, every class would be basically the same. It's like, oh, the archers, you got
Yeah.
these guys. Like, maybe you'll have like
Well, I
dire
mean,
wolves
like
or
certain,
something.
like
yeah,
I was
you'd
gonna
have a
say,
couple
like
special.
certain.
That's what Total War games have usually done. Is that just like most of the units have been fairly similar, and then you just have specialty
Yeah.
units for each. You know.
But
Like
that's
the
cool.
Targaryens would have dragons.
Maybe they would
and,
focus more on the outside of battle stuff.
Maybe.
kind of.
like diplomacy
Yeah.
and alliances.
Who controls the throne, stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like totally like
There's
easily
some-
ways they can
There's
do
some
it.
cool. There's some cool ideas you could do there. I mean,
Yeah.
like that. As much as I didn't like playing that Game of Thrones board game, it's got a lot of cool mechanics in it that you can totally integrate into a turn-based strategy game
Totally.
like Total War.
And I think kind of what you're saying, Ethan, like how Warhammer is a recognized IP, that the Game of Thrones is a very recognizable name, and
Yeah.
even just attaching that to Total War would bring
Oh,
a
totally.
ton of people in.
Totally
Yeah.
would.
And I'd play that.
See,
Yeah.
there you go.
There you go.
One
And she's
soul
been watching
ring.
Warhammer and been like, this game looks boring.
It's grown on me. I just never been a big strategy game person.
Yeah, it's a different kind of game. It's not the kind of game that you're usually into.
True.
Um,
Trying to think of other IPs though.
I don't know, cause to kind of like a landlocked war IP, it's kind of hard to think of like.
yeah, unless you go back to history again and start doing more like
Star
more like
Wars?
historical stuff. Nah, I don't think Star Wars really. I mean, again, Star Wars is a similar problem to 40K,
space.
which is less like
you have to deal with space.
The
do
endless
space stuff.
frontier.
the Final Frontier. The let's see, yeah. What other? I mean, you could do a Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Lord of the Rings would work pretty well.
Because
That worked.
I mean, there's
That'd be
already
more interesting. 'cause
there's
it's
already
different
been
races.
mods. There's already been mods for
Oh, for Total
medieval
War?
Total War, which turned it
Ah.
into Lord of the Rings Total War.
That's
I
pretty
bet
cool.
you could, because you're talking about Game of Thrones. I bet you could totally turn, like one of those older games and like mod it. Like I mean, if someone had
To
to,
Game of
it'd
Thrones,
take a
yeah.
lot of work, obviously. But someone did it for medieval, which they turned medieval 2, I think, or maybe it might have been Rome. But one of those games got turned into a like Lord of the Rings Total War. It was like a huge mod, of course.
Mm.
But the whole campaign map and all the factions and all like a lot they redid a lot of the units and all that kind of stuff.
That's pretty cool.
So you could do that for Lord of the Rings, but I think Lord of the Rings is less of a hot property. The kids aren't talking about Lord of the Rings right now. The Game of Thrones is big.
It's true.
The-
Walking Dead.
The
Walking Dead, Total War.
Total
Get those
War.
armies of
Zombie armies.
Zombie armies
Zombie
versus.
armies versus.
It's just
dumb.
It's just 20 units of zombies. Just
Marvel
have you,
Universe.
Did you try any of the other factions?
No, not yet.
Because like the grunt like throwaway unit in the vampire count army is just zombies.
Oh, cool.
It's just zombie men. So it's basically
Zombies.
like that, and they walk
Cool.
away.
Zambies.
One other thing about the AI, which is really lame, is that if you are if the player character owns a region, the AI seems way more intent on taking it. Because I mentioned this to Ethan and Amber earlier, but like I struck a deal like this allied dwarf faction, which another dwarf faction that I was already allied with was doing really well and taking a ton of territory, but had some orc guys near their borders.
Okay.
And those orc guys are just standing near their borders, not doing anything for like a long time. And eventually, I did a proposal to these dwarf factions. I said, "Hey, I'm just going to integrate you into my empire, basically. You
And
just
then
get,
as soon as
and
that
they're like, yeah. And as soon as that happened, all those guys just attacked. They attacked and took over like a ton of cities and made my population really unhappy because I lost a bunch of battles and that kind of thing. And so that's like another example where I was like, oh, I'm reloading the save because that's just BS. That like these guys are sitting here doing nothing for 10 turns, and all of a sudden I own these territories now, and they
Now it means something.
and but they're already at war. It's not like I was like I was at war with these orcs and the other ones weren't. Like no, both factions were at war with each other, but they just didn't do anything until I
rolled in.
rolled in. Yeah. So
This is making me excited to play Civilization.
It is
Civ
not like
6.
Civilization at all, though.
Civ 6 sounds pretty cool.
Oh yeah, it does, but I don't know. It's not really like Civ though.
You're not really like Civs though.
Oh
You could play it like Civ if you just auto resolved every battle.
yeah, but
I guess it would kind of be
factions are a little too
like Civ.
warring, and there's only one way to win: murder.
Murder.
Not like
Well, for the orcs, there is. I love that this game too has totally different win conditions. Like most of the other games
True.
have very specific, the win condition for Shogun is always to take Kyoto and own this many territories, no matter which faction you
Right.
play as. And in this game, it totally makes a difference of like if you're the Empire or the Dwarves, like you have a goal of like keeping chaos only in a certain region. So the Chaos Warriors cannot be outside of that region. If they are, you need to like go fight them and push them out, and otherwise you cannot like hit the win condition.
Oh, bummer.
The dwarves are really cool. One of their main mechanics is that like they keep adding new win conditions as people hurt them. They get grudges in their grudge book, and then they have to get new win conditions. They have to have no grudges in their grudge book to be able to win.
Okay.
So cool stuff like that is neat. And I don't know what the orcs is. The orcs is like kill a bunch of factions basically. I think is what the orcs.
Murder, eat everyone.
Is that
Murder,
what it
yeah.
is?
What else y'all been playing?
I've been diving pretty deep back into Hearthstone. I've kind of been, they introduced obviously the whole standard and wild mechanic now.
Yes.
now ranked battles and stuff are only taking place under standard, which is now they've introduced a calendar where every year they phase out the old decks and bring in new stuff. So it's more like a Magic the Gathering style kind of like flow like that. So right now the standard is obviously the original cards, League of Explorers, Black Rock Mountain, and Whispers of the Old Gods and Grand Tournament. The only two that have been phased out are Gnomes vs. Goblins and Naxxramas. Yeah. So I've been pretty deep into the new meta of Whispers of the Old Gods, and that game is crazy now. That game is pretty crazy now.
Still Cthulhu? You got
Yes.
Cthulhu in your deck?
I actually now I just built a deck today that is a Priest Cthulhu deck. Because now there's a new, with all the new cards, there's like a really big mechanic that is, there's a legendary card now called Cthulhu, and a lot of cards in the new expansion interact directly with that card. So, like, for example, you'll play like a Disciple of Cthulhu card, and he'll come onto the board, and he'll automatically buff no matter where Cthulhu is in your deck. If he's in your hand or if he's in play, he'll give you +1 to your attack, +1 to your defense. And so, like, it's kind of a weird mechanic with a lot of decks now that incorporate Cthulhu, where it's like you're trying to build up to Cthulhu, because he starts out as like a 6/6, like 6 damage, 6 attack, 6 defense card. So he's not that great, but then once you get
like more and more of those cards,
and
that's interesting.
And the cool thing too with him is you put him on the board and he immediately deals out all his damage across all the other minions. So for example, like today I built him up to a 13/13 card and played him. And then he, obviously he hits everybody on the board until he's hit 13 damage.
Right, he just deals it all out.
Yeah, so like that's an interesting mechanic, because now everybody kind of has to at least plan for there being a Cthulhu in the deck. Like,
I got a question then. So if you see someone playing certain cards, can that make you make it very clear that they're planning that?
It's super obvious, because as soon as somebody plays any kind of one that buffs a Cthulhu, it actually literally shows Cthulhu and then like what his current stats are.
Okay.
So like
you'll
know, yes.
Yeah.
So like for example, another deck I play that doesn't have Cthulhu in it.
How do you counter it? Killing the priests or killing these?
Yeah, you either
cards?
just have to try and kill him before kill the other opponent before Cthulhu comes out, or like for example,
you can survive as well. Like sometimes you might not get buffed enough, so he comes out and you're like, okay.
Well,
cool.
no, that's the thing too. Is like for example, another deck I play is a warrior type deck who in every deck kind of has like cards that deal with larger targets. So for example, warriors have a card that's called Execute, and that's as long as the opponent has even like 1 damage to them, you play that card and it just kills them. Like there's another minion that's called like Big Game Hunter, which he comes onto the board. he comes on the board and he kills any target that is like that has 7 or more attacks. So like so there are pretty hard counters to him. But like it's definitely kind of a funny like thing to deal with now when you see someone really stacking their deck with all these kind of cards that buff Cthulhu, and you just see that counter ticking up, and you're kind of like trying to either race health to get to kill him before Cthulhu comes out, or like holding back certain cards like in preparation for when Cthulhu eventually comes out.
Well, it's a risk, because you can end up like not getting him later on as you would like, and not buff him enough, and then you don't deal as much damage.
And he is like a 10 mana card, and your mana maxes out at 10. So literally, the turn you play Cthulhu is like that's all you get to do.
Right.
Like, that's all you get to do that turn.
So
like that's
and he's always 10 mana, even when no matter what his strength is at, right?
oh man.
So there's stuff that like you can decrease that. Obviously, you can get play cards that will give you a little bit more mana to play around with. Again, like the cool thing about Hearthstone is it's always been kind of flexible in terms of how you play the game and how you utilize certain cards. But Whispers of the Old Gods really kind of changed and shook things up in a cool way. I've been really into that game for a little while now. I've been watching actually like
Pro streamers?
Yeah, esports.
Oh, get
stuff.
that poor
Like
strats.
the spring tournaments and
Who's your
stuff
favorite,
like
bro?
that.
Call him
Who
street
you
My
watch?
favorite?
Watch.
I like Tice. He's a Swedish
Oh,
guy.
okay.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, guy. He's
Must
not
suck.
cool.
Did you say Gertie, Gertie, Gertie?
He says, "Bort, bort,
There
bort."
you go.
He says, "Come get your armor."
And
I
that's all the
saw
sweets
your
we
great.
know.
I saw your.
Oh my
it was a
gosh, you're
great-
playing the game.
It was a great play of the game.
That
Post
was my
on Facebook.
that was my older brother.
Yeah.
Raul's play of the game.
I saw you had 3 Torbjorns in that match.
Yeah.
You guys didn't even get they didn't even get the enemy team did not even get the first point.
Nope.
2-2.
That would
Torbjorn
do
madness.
it. 3
More and more,
Torbjorns.
we're using like nuttier, stupid stuff to play that game. But let's not talk about it. Hearthstone's great.
This is a silly place.
Hearthstone's great. I've been spending way too much money on Hearthstone packs.
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, shoot.
no. Don't
Honest-
buy loot boxes.
Loot boxes
Don't buy
don't
loot
give you
boxes.
anything that help in the game. You need your packs to
That's not
to actually
true.
play
They
stuff
make
in
your
Hearthstone.
tracers look way cooler.
That's not
That's
true.
right.
And your tracer runs faster if it's got a cool skin.
Everyone knows that.
Everyone knows that.
That is correct.
Just
But
like,
anyways.
just like the orcs in Warhammer 40k.
They run faster if they look cool.
If it's painted red, it works. It goes faster. That's the
Gotta have the wrist
true.
straps on the side, and then
yeah. In 40k, the orcs are latently psychic. They don't understand. They don't realize that they're psychic, but they are. So when they paint something red, it actually goes faster because they believe it goes faster. And that's a real.
Don't
that's a
they
real,
also-
it's a real lore thing.
Don't
from
they
Warhammer
also
40K.
like build
Gosh.
machines that don't
that
actually
cannot
work,
physically work, but because
but
they're
you can-
psychic,
yeah.
the machine operates because they.
That's so dumb.
Yeah,
40K
it's-
is a weird thing.
And the orcs in Warhammer Fantasy are actually like fungus. They don't have
Right.
they don't breed. They just like come off of
They
spores.
just spore.
Yeah, I don't really know how that works, but there you go.
Well, you see, when
They're
one
like
a-
orc
they're
and
like a
another
weird
orc
plant
love each
thing.
other very much, they
No.
just spore.
There's
and
spore
then-
everywhere. Gross.
Ew.
I played the Resident Evil 7 demo.
I've
Oh,
been meaning
what?
to play. I've
in
been meaning to
VR,
play
in
that.
VR, you
No,
know,
I don't.
VR,
There's
it's
no-
obviously
How
not
was
even
it?
out
'Cause it
yet.
looked creepy as all heck
been
when I
meaning to
saw
play
it.
By play it, I mean I
Looks
didn't play it.
spooky.
I watched someone else play it.
Ah, what the
Aw,
hell?
My friend came over and
I
played
was
it.
gonna
Garbage.
say, why didn't you stream it if you
Spooky
played it?
That's
scary.
fine.
Too spooky
'Cause
for
he
me.
was too scared I was gonna jump up behind him and scare him.
I've been meaning to play that.
That game just looks like it wants to be PT, but it's not.
It's-
Yeah.
that's
not
what
as
I've heard
good.
from E3.
Like it's cool. There's the one part I thought was cool is when you put a videotape in and it's like, here's this videotape, watch it. And I'm like,
yeah.
oh, you gotta watch it. It's like, oh no, you actually control it. I'm like, oh, that's kind of neat. So you gotta walk around and be like a found footage type person. But yeah, you start off in a room and you gotta get out and
Okay.
the thing just says escape from the house. And you're like, cool,
Uh-huh.
There's a hallway, and you walk down the hallway.
Yeah.
pretty much.
Are you the master of unlocking though?
No, you're not.
No, this not.
Well,
this game is a serious game
can
for
get a
serious
key.
gamers who have scare cams. If you have a scare
Oh,
cam, this is a
man.
game for you.
That's
You got a
me.
serious gamer.
I'm
Scare
gonna,
cam.
I'm gonna
Get a
yell
scare-
and
buy-
then
buy a
I'm gonna
scare cam.
scream really loud, and then my thumbnails are all gonna look like.
Yeah, and then,
Face all
and then I don't know,
distorted.
make some rape jokes or something like that.
So this,
Topical.
No, it's he has since apologized for that. That's a old time.
that's
Sure.
old time. That's
That's
old.
a long
That's
time.
That's why I
old
said
times.
topical.
I shouldn't hold that against. him.
Anyway, yeah, I don't know. It has some neat stuff going for it, but it just doesn't seem. I felt like we found everything, and we're like, well, that was quick. It didn't feel like PT, where I was like, oh man, like this gets crazier every
It's
time. Like what's
terrifying.
changing and what's doing all this stuff. It's like, no, it's just a haunted house. You walk around and you go, oh no, the mannequins moved. All right, they moved.
It sounds like it does all the same tricks that you would expect, that you would kind of
Yeah.
already expect.
I mean, it's neat. There are some cool things that change. Apparently, you can see like a ghost girl once in a while appear randomly, which is neat. But
Spookums.
that's I don't know. It's just you end it so quickly. Like you can just finish it real quickly, and it's not.
And there's no secret hidden message that you have to like walk backwards for 12 seconds.
No,
And
there's
then
not.
I was gonna
there's
say,
not
yeah.
as,
whisper into the mic a certain word.
there's not as many puzzle elements. It's not as
PT was cool, but that like kind of that last kind of puzzle thing to get out was ridiculous.
But see, that's the thing is, I wish there was something like that because everyone's freaking out because there's this one time you see this dummy finger and it looks like a key, and everyone's like, "This doesn't do anything. This is the only thing that doesn't do anything." And I think Capcom's confirmed that there's like something else you can do. So maybe at some point someone will discover
There
it,
is a secret.
or they might not.
Oh.
It might be just a false thing.
Then why
That's
Capcom
true.
say there's a secret?
They said there might be a secret.
Oh,
There
yeah?
might be a secret. There's
Something
not,
like
there's not
that.
a secret, guys. Why is
Um,
IP there?
I don't know. That game, it's neat. It makes me more interested in Resident Evil 7 though
Yeah.
than Resident Evil 6, especially considering how Resident Evil 6 was. So
Yeah.
It'd be
it's good that they at least decided like, hey, we're gonna change this up. Also, we're gonna make the entire thing playable in VR, which is like, what?
That's
okay.
pretty-
how did it look? Because I heard reports it doesn't look that great because the VR. Because when you have to.
I think it looked pretty good. Like it didn't look nearly as good as PT, but PT also looked amazing.
Yeah, PT looked really
So
good. It was also one hallway.
yeah,
so didn't
yeah,
take
exactly.
a lot.
So this is a whole house. So that took a lot more.
A lot more graphics needed for a house.
As opposed to a
How many
hallway.
teraflops were?
Do you think that the baby in the Death Stranding trailer was PT? And
Was
that's
the
why
PT
Norman
baby?
You think it's the same
Reedus
PT baby? Maybe.
No, that the people made a bunch of metaphors. Like people were saying like it's just like Kojima, like he's got like his Metal Gear like baby, and then like they got taken away from him, and now he's like sitting there crying. And he's on a beach alone,
And
naked.
beached whales.
Yeah.
Who are the
There's
things
all this
floating
death,
in the sky?
all this death around
Oh,
them.
there are
that
5
they're
of
the leaders
them.
of Konami, watching
man.
watching all their dead fish float onto the ocean,
But
onto the beach.
why is Kojima Norman Reedus though?
Because he that's his ideal version of a human being.
himself.
Of a human being. That's an
He
ideal-
wishes
that's-
he was
that's-
Norman Reedus.
Norman Reedus is like the ideal man.
Fair enough.
As a
I
woman,
mean,
I would
everyone
disagree.
everyone
but
knows this. It is known.
Norman Reedus is a cool guy.
He's a cool guy, but the ideal version of a human being. Come on.
Hugh Jack.
There you go. You know.
You know.
He would sing to me and then dance away.
I have a correction, or not correction, but like an update about one of the games we talked about at E3. We Happy Few. So remember we talked about that, the game with the joy pills and like you
The
know
rat.
Yes.
the rat, and getting excited about that. And then I found out based off of reports of like demo that people played on the floor, it's apparently one of those open world randomly generated survival games.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
What does
it's-
that even mean?
I think I heard that.
Like more like okay. It's
So was
got-
it? It was like
It's
got-
roguelike.
is it a
light.
rogue-
It's got
Roguelike?
more of
Yeah.
a story, but it's definitely similar to a Rust or like
Interesting.
those kind of games.
Hmm.
Like, and I was like, I heard that and I was like, oh, all my enthusiasm just went.
One of the reports I heard is that it was a
no.
roguelike like.
Yeah.
But it kind of didn't make sense with that. You're like, well, if it's a roguelike like what? This
It
is
seems
So-
very story heavy, but
so
I guess
yeah.
apparently
Yeah.
not.
So it's apparently not. So that thing they showed in the
Ugh.
trailer is like the intro, and you play that part,
right.
and the cops chase you, and you like fall down some stairs, or something happens to like separate you from the chase,
Mhm.
and then you like.
And then you
And
know,
you start
oh,
out
he's so
and you're-
randomly generated.
Yeah, and you're now in a randomly
Oh,
generated
that's
like, area
way
where
less
you have to like
cool.
explore, and there is like story stuff, so you can still find story things, and apparently there's more than one area, so it's like in the demo in E3 there was just the one area, but apparently there's going to be other areas as well, but. That is
like-
the crux
That
of it.
still
At that
seems
point, is like
interesting, I
randomly
guess.
generated
Yeah.
stuff and like happening to find audio logs or story
Oh,
things.
good audio logs.
Are we going?
to-
Are we going back into the news now? Is
no,
it news?
I mean, didn't you have another game? I thought you had a game. Oh no, you talked about Resident Evil. Okay. Amber didn't talk about any games. You didn't even ask her. Amber, what games did you play?
Yeah, you big dummy.
Overwatch.
Cool. We already talked about that for so many weeks.
What's that?
I
So
know.
Amber was like, next time I'm gonna be on the podcast, you guys are gonna be done with talking about Overwatch, and I just love this.
Look
It's
at
like-
where we
And
are.
you're
You're
exactly
not
and you're
wrong.
exactly
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, I haven't played that. I played one other game I played, which I will admit I sunk like a couple hours into, but it's
Phone
a
tennis.
it's a phone tennis.
It's called
game.
phone tennis. That's the name of the
It's
game.
called One Touch Tennis.
Okay.
I found the name of it, and I think Ethan also downloaded it. But it's basically it's a tennis game. It seemed kind of cool.
Is it Pong?
Kind of, but it's like you basically it's all pixels or whatever, and so
Like Pong.
and it's kind of like Mario Tennis meets Pong.
Pong?
Okay.
I heard someone say Pong.
So you basically, they like hit it, and you have to time it within a certain window to like hit the ball correctly. And if you hit it in a smaller window, you hit it better, and you basically fill up a meter at the top as you continue to hit it.
Do you
and
super
just lead
move?
'em. Well, then once you do the meter, then you usually do like your your tennis finishing move, and you win the match.
Man, you're stone cold stuff.
So
You get up on the top rope and you jump off that and you slam that tennis ball into the other side of the court.
I'm
So
digging
it was interesting because it's like, you know, it was just like a fun, dumb tennis game to play. Fun, dumb. And who doesn't like that? But like, it kind of like, it was cool for like first couple hours, and then I like heavily dropped off it because it didn't have much more to offer than like Pong mechanics, and they got harder, but like it doesn't make it
But
more
not
fun
more
when it's
fun?
harder. So
Phone game.
That's it's interesting. Out of all the games that they've remade and like done like weird like championship edition spin-offs of, they've never done like another version of Pong.
Oh yeah, they have.
Oh yeah?
I played one.
What
was
is
it
it called?
There's an early 2000s like crappy PC game called Pong. Like it's called like Pong 2000 or something.
And what was it?
It's really terrible.
What's
it's
the difference?
It's terrible Pong. I don't even remember.
It's
I just remember.
terrible
I remember being 10.
It should have been called
I-
Terrible Pong.
I remember being 10 and going, "This is terrible." And I like. And
was it better?
Terrapong.
Was it better
It was
or
like-
worse than
it was,
Tetris?
It was like when Atari was trying to save itself, and no, it's like way worse than Tetrisphere. Tetrisphere is
Aw.
actually kind of cool.
Yeah, thank you.
What the hell
Um,
is Tetris? Oh, Tetrisphere.
Yeah.
Oh, I like Tetrisphere.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Tetrisphere is
I know
cool.
he doesn't love Tetrisphere, so that's why I asked.
No, it was like when Atari was trying to like save itself, and they like remade Centipede. You guys remember the 3D Centipede?
I played that.
It was on the PS1. It also came to PC.
I played the PC version.
I played the PC version as well. I remember liking that a little bit as a kid, but like looking back on it, it was terrible. And then there's a version of Pong that we also got. These are like $10 CD games at Target, like in like the jewel case, not in like a nice box or anything like that. Like
God, I remember that when
World of
the
Warcraft was in like the cool like cardboard
Box,
box, and like,
yeah.
it's like this jewel case, it says Pong on it.
I remember the
My mom
PC
was like,
section was
my
always
mom was
like,
like, this is cheaper.
Yeah. I remember that.
So yeah, they definitely done that. It was just garbage. I'm gonna look
And then they
I'm gonna
never
find that.
tried it
I'm gonna look that
again.
game up now, and
Pong.
try and find it. They've also, well, I mean, it's not like officially Pong, but a lot of the new VR, like a lot of VR stuff that's available for like Oculus and the Vive is like 3D future Pong, like Cybertron Pong, Tron Pong,
Oh, it's
Tron
Trompong.
Pong Tron.
Trumpong.
Pong Pong.
That's
That sounds racist.
That's
Anyway,
racist.
moving on from the racism. Since we can't talk about Overwatch,
yep.
who's your favorite character ever?
That's a loaded question.
No.
Farah. I was
Okay.
gonna say Farah.
Farrah's
Or
fair.
Reinhardt. Reinhardt's
Farrah-
good.
Yeah,
Fair. Fair's
Ryan,
fair.
Reinhardt's great.
now.
We're all dads now.
Dad
or watch.
We're going to go back to, I guess, news now? No?
Yep.
Oh, jeez,
What's
you-
up with you
what's,
in the
what's your
news?
hurry with the news, man?
Are you taking on the take from big news?
I'm on the take. Big
We went
news.
back to
Big
the
news has me in the
we didn't even go
pocket.
back to the news. We never went to the news. How did we go
We
back
did.
to
You
it?
talked about. I have a correction about.
No, that's
was about
gameplay.
last
Yeah, it's
week's
last week's
news.
episode. It has
I
nothing to
feel
do with
like
news.
if you're, correctly ordering your podcast, if you're going to bring that up, you're going to
Whatever.
bring that
Stop
up
you
after.
telling me how to
That's
run
all
this
right.
podcast.
Ethan's trying to fast track this podcast.
yeah, I know. He's like, I'm in a hurry because I got a date to go on
Oh,
after
do
this.
you?
If we can, no, I
Do you
don't know if he does.
Do you?
No, don't grab me. No,
Only his woman can grab him there now.
I'm hungry.
Yeah, there
Oh,
you go.
no,
That's the real
I
reason.
offered you chips and salsa.
Yeah, you didn't take anything.
Those were some good chips.
We
They
gave
were.
you-
I did
you-
eat some
and
chips,
they
Oh,
so
okay.
don't say I didn't take anything.
You right.
I took chips.
He took
Was
them.
it Tostito scoops?
Yeah, they're the scoops.
The good stuff.
It was the salsa
The
was good.
spookums.
The spookiness.
Alrighty
Okay,
then.
so
let's
on to
go
the
to the
news.
let's go to the news. Since
Let's
Ethan's in
go
a hurry.
to the news.
I'm not- I am in a hurry.
He doesn't want it to be another 2.5 hour podcast.
Are you
Exactly.
gonna go? What the hell?
Hey, wait! None of our episodes have been 2.5 hours.
Great.
2 hour long podcast.
Two hours and
2
10
hours
minutes.
has been like
Okay,
our max.
then let's go.
He doesn't have any news. He's like,
Yeah, the news is blank. So now we're just done with the podcast.
Oh no! Wait, we got turret trash.
But,
Yeah, so Fallout 4, the console mod, they released it, was it a while ago? It was like a month or two ago. I think they believe they released it for consoles.
for Xbox One.
Xbox One console. So one specific console.
Yeah.
But now they've created it so you have to have a Steam linked account, which I thought was very interesting because I think it's preparing because it's gonna come PS4. It's gonna have the
Yes.
mods as well.
Mhm.
But the problem is that many PC people, their modders would find their work's been lifted, from like Nexus mod and
You
stuff.
just like copied the mods.
Yeah.
and put
The
them on a
only way you
console?
can download them via console is if you go to Bethesda.net and
Yep.
upload the mod to
So
that.
someone's like just
server.
copied the files off of
Yes,
the PC version
but that's
and uploaded
because that's the
them
thing.
to
Because
the-
a lot of PC modders are just like, I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not gonna ever play it on console, so they don't do it. And so then console gamers are like, no, give me it.
Yeah, and
It's
that's digital.
that's a weird conundrum there of like
They file a DMCA to get that content removed, and which it seems to be, Bethesda seems to be doing it, but it seems like an interesting step to kind of prevent that. Like now, people have to
Sure.
make an account for Steam, which
It's weird
most
for
console
people-
players are like, "What? Why would I do that?
who's Steam?
Who's Steam? What give?
What's Steam?
I guess I'll do it if I want these
Speaking of
sick mods."
Steam, Ricardo got a
Yeah.
PC. That's news.
You know what I've used?
The hell is freezing over. Next week, Ricardo's gonna be like, I love VR. VR's
You
my
know-
favorite.
you know what? To be fair, to be honest, I'm probably gonna get PlayStation VR.
What is going on?
I don't think your PC's powerful
I am
enough to do
flipping
VR.
out. No, that's
No,
not,
PlayStation
Stop the
VR.
podcast.
Oh.
Hold on a second. PlayStation VR. You're gonna get PlayStation VR.
I
What
want
are
to
you
be
gonna play?
Batman.
What are you? Oh my goodness.
Wait, no, that's not right. You're
That-
lying.
Wait a minute.
I want to be Batman.
You're making this up.
You're lying.
No. This is not a real thing.
I want to fly X-wing.
I can't tell if it's
I can't
serious.
tell. This is. Hold on. This is a serious matter, Ricardo. You need
You're
to tell
breaking
us
Matt's
if you're
heart.
What's
being
up?
honest or not. Are you gonna pay $400? Wait, is it $499 or $399?
It's $399.
$399. You can pay $400 for PlayStation VR, so you can play a 1-hour Batman game. Is that what you're telling me right now?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness! You're kidding me.
Matt's losing his
not
mind.
I spent $60 on Hearthstone cards.
Oh no, I guess you're right.
He's in too deep.
I was thinking about getting a PlayStation Move too.
No, well, that
Or
makes
VR.
sense for you because you already were like in on VR. Like this guy has been the most ardent,
guess
like
that's true.
anti-VR hate
But I already have the camera.
You gotta be kidding
You don't have
me.
move controls though.
Are you
Yeah,
gonna buy Final Fantasy VR too and do like a crappy shooting gallery and then look at a lady's boobs?
The second one,
Uh,
I'm with you.
There's a great segment. I know we talk about giant bombs sometimes on this podcast. But
Oh,
there's a
every
great-
time. Take a drink.
There's a great segment on their E3 live show on the third day where they have some people over and Patrick Klepek and Griffin McElroy.
Did you say Griffin
Griffin
McElroy?
McElroy Griffin McElroy are both on, and they talk about how they were in line. They happened to be in line together for the Final Fantasy VR demo,
Nice.
and literally every single person, when it got to the part where you're in a car with a lady who's like wearing no clothes except for like a bra or like she's got a jacket but like it's barely covering her
I
bra.
think that's,
and every
I think
single
that's
person
Sid.
was like leaning over. Like in public with everyone watching them and having watched the person in front of them do the exact same thing, all of them were like
Leaning into the boobs.
boobies. They're like every single person, and they were like each one of them was like Griffin and Patrick were talking about. They're just looking at each other. They were looking at each other, going like, "What on earth is going on? You know we can see you. Like all of us can see you." And like apparently like one or two guys got like really into it, like getting down on the ground and like getting like really really creepy about it. Like
That's super
Ricardo's
creepy.
like,
I've
that
changed.
sounds really gross, I swear.
I would never do
This
that.
has changed my mind. No longer.
I cannot believe you. I cannot tell if you're trolling.
But
me or
yeah,
not.
so I got a PC and all I've used it to do so far
It's
is
play
play
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Oh, it's been
But I
$60
can
on
put-
cards. A game you could have played before you
But
had
I
a
can
PC.
but now I can use the Innkeeper overlay and I can.
Oh, the Innkeeper overlay is really good.
I can build decks and I can tell what cards I've played this far, so see what's coming up still and stuff. It's great.
Important things.
Do you have you're hooked up to your TV, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you have a second monitor? Second monitor is the
No,
that's when it gets
just
into
on
real
my
pro.
TV.
Pro
level.
strats.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun.
Gonna see the VR.
I
Gonna get
still
the
can't believe-
VR.
This is a revelation.
I don't believe this. I still think he's
I
lying.
still think he's. I don't
I'll
think.
never
I think
believe
it's gonna get closer
That
to it.
smile
Watch
says
me,
a
bitch.
lot.
I think he's just gonna do it out of stubbornness now. He's gonna get closer to it. Reviews are gonna come out for these crappy PS like all the things they showed at that conference. Like there was like
There's nothing.
nothing that interesting. Like Resident Evil, maybe. but
Yeah.
nothing that was like, oh,
That
I
was the
gotta buy.
most
I've gotta buy a
interesting.
PSVR
What
now.
about-
And apparently he was like the Batman. Like this thing they showed literally nothing of. They showed just a picture of Batman's mask, and that
Batman.
is sold to
No.
him on it.
They did a hashtag wear the cow.
Where the hashtag? Where the cow?
Well, you
Ricardo
know
is-
what? Ricardo loves wearing cowls,
he
Yeah.
loves hashtags.
and he loves hashtags.
Both. Like 2 things relevant to my interests.
Hashtag this cowl on my head.
Hashtag wear the cowl. This. Wear this cowl.
Where Simon
There's no way.
Cowell.
There's no way.
Watch me.
No, I don't. There was no way.
There's no way.
There is
There's
no
no
What's
way.
next on the news?
The next news.
Let's go.
No news.
There's no more news anymore. All news is over. The video games are over. They've declared it since Ricardo's buying VR.
Can
Shut
I play Hearthstone in VR?
That'd be pretty cool, actually.
That would actually be a cool game because I mean you could look down the table and like you could like
Look
put
your
your cards up
cards.
to your face.
But
and-
who am I playing against?
Other people.
Anyone.
Is that Orkman?
over the internet?
Orkman?
They would be playing just
Orkman.
like that would be cool too because not both players would not have to have a VR headset in order for that to work. You could
You're
have
right.
one person just looking at their computer screen and the other person be like, I look at the whole board and it looks really cool.
Ooh, look at this.
I'm gonna hit.
And you could
300
actually-
I'm gonna hit-
and all the things you could like all the things on the table that you
I'm
can
gonna
like
hit
mess
this
with. You can actually
anvil.
like physically like
$400
twist them.
well spent.
All right. Anyway, continue. What's the news?
So Twitch has announced. That
I don't
they're
know. If
Suing...
you just heard what just happened or not?
What?
Ricardo likes VR.
No, I've
now.
heard that. I
Okay.
know. I'm trying to get over it, but we got to move on. We got to move on from this point in our
He's
life.
in a hurry. Don't forget that part of the podcast.
Yeah, I mean the food beckons. The food beckons.
So what are we trying to get to that is gonna close if we would take too long? You have to tell me this now
Everything.
on the podcast.
I don't know. Our options are just limited, you know. I don't know what's out there, bro. Because you know why we always end so late.
It's true.
All right. All
So you
right.
never know. There could be.
Continue.
we started really early tonight, like earlier
Exactly.
than we ever do.
I know, it's great.
Twitch.
He wants to get home, play Overwatch.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I want to eat food though.
Okay.
Get home, play Heroes.
Twitch is Medivh is great. Did I tell you he actually does avoid everything? Like you cannot get hurt. You cannot.
Well, when
hurt
you're
him.
in crow
when you're in
form?
crow form, you can't get hit by anything.
That sounds like OP.
It sounds great. Well, the thing is, he's not super powerful. That's
Who's
why.
he from? What's he from? Which?
Warcraft.
He's into Warcraft movie. He's our main
Yes.
character. He turns
Yep.
into a bird in the movie.
Woo.
Yep.
Yay.
Amber has captured the right amount of excitement most people have.
The Warcraft movie. If you are already a nerd, it's the best movie ever. If you're not a nerd, it seems like it's
Should I
not
skip
that
to
great.
that news?
Yes.
No, go to the Twitch Shades Them
Alright, fine.
Chatbots. You can't stop trying to skip the whole podcast.
Which is actually wrong.
Ethan came in today. He's like, let's just not do the podcast. Let's just go eat.
You guys just want to chow? You guys want
This
chow?
that story. I mean, the story is people are boosting their.
People have been
viewers.
boosting for a long time.
I was gonna say that's
oh,
not a
man, you been
new
boosting,
thing.
boy?
it's
boosting
interesting
Did
that like
boost?
some people are ballsy enough to boost their
Oh,
numbers
yeah.
up by like
Oh, I need it.
like
Go the-
2,000 digits, thousands of
Dude, I've
digits,
been,
which is
I've, been
crazy.
I've been going to the gym. I've been boosting. It's been great.
I
Get
got-
my digits
Oh
swole.
man,
I
I'm
did
breaking out on my back though.
I
I got
did
those
a-
back pimples.
I did a cleanse.
But yeah, so they're actually suing companies that are making these follow bots and chat impersonation bots because apparently they're also not following through with what they promise.
Well, because I mean, Twitch loses money because
Twitch loses money.
Twitch has a partnership program, and if those people are taking ads and money from those ads for fake followers, then
Yes.
Twitch is losing that money.
That's why.
So-
Yeah, because they're going to nobody.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
They're going to somebody,
I
but
get
off
it.
of fake numbers. Off
Yes.
of, like,
I get it, but also
yeah.
it's like think about it. The only way Twitch curates is by like numbers. There's maybe the featured channels, but everything else
When
is
do they
like
tell? When
if
do
you
they
click
tell?
on like a game, it's gonna sort by the people who have the most numbers first, and you're gonna see them at the top. So if you're gonna be like, oh man, I really want to see what
Yeah, it's a fake way to get yourself to the top of the list, which then
exactly.
gates
I really
more
want to see what
people,
the
which
top
then-
Warhammer stream is. All right, let's click it. All right, it's this guy. I'm gonna watch it.
We
I'm
got
not gonna watch this lower
20,000.
guy.
Oh no,
who-
18,000 are all fake.
Exactly. So you never know.
Mm-hmm.
But
But I wonder how they catch that stuff. It's interesting. I
it
wonder-
seems like a lot of the ways they catch it is by the fact that like
all the bots are
all the
like
bots
brand,
appear at
brand new.
once.
They're like brand
they're
new.
brand new.
registered.
They're on like new accounts.
Whenever they do
chatting.
that thing, that verify, and they click that I am not a robot, they can't do
They
that.
can't do
They
that.
can't,
They're
they
like,
can't do that part. It's
Yeah,
impossible.
it's against their
Actually,
programming.
that is interesting. 'Cause is there a CAPTCHA for creating a Twitch account? I thought there was.
There probably is.
There
There
probably is, but they probably just go through and manually do it and then just give the
Yeah.
That's
password.
a lot of work. I feel like if you're a bot maker, you could
Bot maker.
you could theoretically like.
Well, you don't have to
circumvent
actually
this.
have an account to watch, because Back when I used to do a couple streams, I'd open up a couple tabs just to boost my numbers up a little
Yeah,
bit.
you're a bot maker.
Oh,
It's just not bots. It's just you.
It's just me opening up a couple tabs, and then my thing would lag, and I'll be like, "Oh, I'm losing too much bandwidth." So I'll just
Not worth it.
But sometimes I would just to get a few extra
Yeah.
views, and it sometimes worked because sometimes I'm streaming like
so
a
if you
really
have some
obscure
sort of
game.
if you have some sort of server that's just running fake views, I guess that would.
Yeah, it's not that hard. I just have to come from.
Shut up, Ricardo.
Shut up! You like VR now? I don't know you.
You're not a real person. Where's the real Ricardo? What have you done with him?
I think Ricardo's fine.
I want to heist. I want to be heist man.
Ice Man? That's not a real cowl name. Cowl wearing hero.
It's a VR thing, I think.
Maybe.
Man, but in all seriousness, that Final Fantasy VR demo looked like garbage. Even in the press
Everyone
conference.
everyone I
said it
talk
was
to,
bad.
It's like, this is terrible
Yeah,
looking. Like,
it-
it's like...
It's just like
fake
not on
crappy,
rails,
like,
but like yeah, like
stand and shooting
Yeah.
gallery.
I mean, that's like how Space Pirate Trainer is, and that's supposed to be pretty good. But like,
that's
that
just,
also
it just looks
is, like,
thrown
only
together.
does
It
that,
looked
yeah.
looked like...
It's interesting seeing these big IPs try to do that.
Speaking
Yeah.
of E3,
uh-huh.
The attendance. So a lot of people,
Oh right.
Drink a Drink, Giant Bomb, has been mentioned a lot on their live stream how the E3's gotten weird and there's just not as many people on the show
well,
floor.
a bunch of publishers dropped out this year.
Yeah, a bunch of publishers dropped out. EA's not there.
Well, EA was there with a press conference, but not with a...
They're
well,
technically
Their
no,
booth's
not even
offsite.
an E3 press conference. It was like their own
thing.
thing.
During.
There was another one too that dropped out. I think it was
Activision.
Activision wasn't there.
Activision wasn't
They
there.
only
no.
had
They had stuff
they had
like
suites.
they had rooms where you could
Yeah.
go view it if you were pressed, but
Which
you
is
wouldn't. It wasn't
weird.
there was no show floor.
Conventions do that where
It's way cheaper.
they
It's way
yeah.
cheaper to not have a giant.
I
show
know
floor booth.
Valve was showing off Left 4 Dead 2 at Comic-Con and like their own like little booths that you would go to, like
Yeah.
secret areas.
Yeah, those are usually suites or conference rooms that people
Yeah,
go to.
but
It's
like
interesting.
Call of Duty was
Uh-huh.
on the Sony stage, but they didn't have an Activision press conference.
But
so,
regardless,
yeah.
it seems like E3 is much quieter, much smaller. It's getting less people are there. Everyone they talked to was like, I don't know why we're here. What are we doing?
Like smaller booths and more behind closed doors kind of stuff, if anything.
It's like, what's the point of this when I could just
Less
release
demos.
this information and all the press gets hold of it, blah blah blah, sort of thing. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, which makes sense because if you go to E3, like unless you're like a huge developer or something, like your stuff's probably gonna get washed away.
Yeah.
You know,
sure
buried
yeah.
in all this other stuff
There's a lot of news coming out the same week.
all at the same
So
time.
You're fighting for
You're fighting against like
Competition.
Microsoft and
Especially-
PlayStation.
well, especially
and-
when you
or
have
Sony.
the ability to directly
Market to your fans.
directly
Yeah.
release stuff. You just got to give it to influencers
Yeah,
on
I was
Twitch and
thinking
YouTube.
that.
Hey, Twitch streamers, you want a free game?
Yeah, pretty
Tell
much.
us good things about it, and then you get it for free.
It's
Mm.
wacky.
Watch, you'll make all those crazy faces on your thumbnails.
Yep.
Anyway, the point
Anyways,
is,
attendance.
Resident Evil.
so
Oh, by the way, the Steam listing for Resident Evil 7 is pretty great because it's called Resident Evil 7 Biohazard is the
Right.
name. But for Steam, for even the past Resident Evil games, they've named it both.
Okay.
So Resident Evil 5, for instance, is like Resident Evil 5 / Biohazard 5, like on Steam. So the listing for Resident Evil 7 is Resident Evil 7 Biohazard / Biohazard 7 Resident Evil. That's the entire
That is
name of that game on
confusing.
Steam.
excellent.
Or it was. They might have changed it by now, but at first, when it first game popped up for pre-order, that was the full name of that game.
I mean,
So E3 2016 had about 50,300 attendees, while last year had 52,200 people, which is only like it's like
think
a
it was like
1,000 or
a
so,
4%.
2,000 or so.
Did they include the E3 live stuff, which
That's
is like
what
the
I'm
free
wondering.
to the public, open to everyone? Because
I
that
don't-
sounds like
That would definitely
that
boost their
they
numbers.
would definitely want to include that number.
Yeah.
I think.
Because they would want as much for it to be like, no, E3's
I think-
still a big thing.
And since we're talking about Giant Bomb,
No, it
I'm pretty
sounds
sure
like- it
Giant
sounds
Bomb
like-
predicted they would
sounds
say,
like a
"Oh
different-
yeah, numbers are still doing great."
It sounds like it's
everything's fine.
different.
We're all fine
Attendance.
here."
It sounds like it's different because
Yeah.
attendance for E3 Live, which also ran, total 20,000.
Oh, okay.
So
Not including us.
yeah,
'cause we didn't go.
we didn't. I wanted to stand next to a giant Doritos bag called Taco Explosion or whatever.
Taco.
Don't
that
we
sounds like an
all?
accident. There's a taco explosion. Oh no.
Oops, I
Ew.
taco exploded.
Ugh.
yeah.
That's what happens after you go to Taco
yeah, I was gonna say,
Bell.
I was gonna say.
after I get to have a taco, I taco explode as well.
Heyo.
This is gross.
It was sick.
You know,
Not
so-
as gross as you like VR. Get out of my house. I don't even know you.
all right. But let's talk about Warcraft because Warcraft is now officially by the numbers, the most successful video game movie of all time.
Oh,
Prince of Persia with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Nope,
Thanks,
better
China.
than that.
So
F
good.
that movie.
Thanks,
By the
China.
numbers.
Wait, did you say
Thanks,
best
China.
or what did you
I
say?
said most successful. I
Most
didn't say best
successful.
movie.
Yeah, okay. Because we all know Hitman. That's where it's at.
You right.
Which one, the first or second one?
The first one.
Oh,
Timothy
Totally
Olyphant.
Olyphant.
Timmy O.
It's an Olyphant.
Yeah.
That's what they
Tim.
call him.
T.O.
Oh, no, wait, what am I thinking about? I'm talking about Far Cry, the movie. That's a great movie.
Uwe Boll.
That movie's not good at
No,
all.
I know.
You can't even joke.
House of the Dead.
But seriously, Doom.
Doom.
Great movie.
Oh yeah, with the
The
Rock.
Rock.
I gotta,
Dwayne Johnson.
Before he was Wayne Johnson, just The Rock.
I
That's
gotta
true.
go take a shit.
I remember that. That was a thing.
Wait, no, Mortal Kombat. I changed mine. Mortal
You're
Kombat.
right.
All right,
Best
so
movie.
Warcraft didn't do very well in the States here, but in China, it did gangbusters.
That sounds about right.
Because the Chinese love that Warcraft.
Well, also interestingly enough,
They really do.
I think it's Legendary was bought out by a Chinese company, and they've kind of known how to market to the Chinese
Chinese.
population for a while now.
But also the work.
And
Chinese-
also
the
Warcraft,
Chinese really
yeah,
love that.
Chinese
It's
Warcraft.
just like they-
So that's where most of those sales numbers come from.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I think they said that in the States it was like the third biggest like weekend drop off, like from opening weekend to the
Yeah.
next.
The
Like,
third biggest.
I think the other two was
50 Shades of Grey.
50 Shades of Grey
Friday
and
the 13th.
Oh, okay, and
Wow.
the remake of Friday the 13th.
Dang, dude.
Yeah, so,
Where
I
everyone was
mean,
like really interested. It's like no.
Nah, it's like
Nah,
people
I'm
who are
good.
really dedicated and want to go see it on opening weekend. They go and
Yeah.
see it, and then no one else goes to see it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I did think to it. I was like looking at it, and I was going like, if you're not like already a fan of Warcraft, or at least know like or a video game fan and like know what Warcraft is, like if you're like a random person who's never heard of Warcraft, are you gonna go see this movie? It looks like a really weird fan. Like this looks like fantasy.
It's not a
with,
lot
like,
of high
orcs
fantasy
and-
though.
but it's not high fantasy.
It's high fantasy.
Oh,
That's
of course
not
it
high
is. What else
fantasy.
is it?
What is it then?
High fantasy is like heady stuff. That's like Warcraft is like the pulpiest pulp fantasy ever. Like
I don't think
Pulp
high
fantasy.
fantasy is defined by that. I thought high fantasy was defined by like
classes?
the classes and like
the class.
the amount of like the
Is
amount
there
of
a
like
druid? Is
spells
there
that were
Yeah,
used.
basically.
I'm pretty sure it is because like Game of Thrones is not high fantasy because
Yeah,
the only thing that's in there is like the
There's
only thing that's
dragons,
dragons.
and spells
That's it.
and demon
It's
babies.
Star
There's
and-
barely any of that though.
But
It's not
it's-
like
it's not
Warcraft
considered
where
high
like the
fantasy.
Witcher, like the
and
Witcher,
time travel,
like
and
the Witcher and Elder Scrolls.
reviving people from the dead.
yeah, like
and-
that happened over like what that was been like at least
Like The Witcher,
120 hours or
Dragon
so of 'em.
Age, Elder Scrolls, that's dark fantasy. High fantasy is like Warcraft,
Lord of the
and,
Rings.
like, Lord of the Rings,
Lord of the
is high
Rings, where there's like
fantasy.
different races and stuff.
And it's more of like a traditional kind of like chivalry sorcery
Alright,
sort
alright,
of thing.
alright.
It doesn't deal with like more
Matt
modern.
Googled
It doesn't
it.
I
deal with
googled
like
it, and you guys are pretty much right.
because like dark fantasy is like, hey, there's people are fucking and there's and like there's
That's definitely Game of Thrones.
and drugs are happening and there's
Is that the
like,
subtitle? Dark
racism.
fantasy. People are fucking.
like like overt racism and stuff in dark fantasy, but in high fantasy,
So
it's
apparently, according to the Wikipedia,
Uh-huh. All
high
right.
fantasy is defined as a fantasy set in an alternative fictional, quote, secondary world, rather than, quote, the real or primary world.
Middle Earth is right in the middle. There you go. Game over.
all right.
I guess that's a very. I had a definition of high fantasy in my head that was more like.
It's more about politics and stuff.
Well, no, more about like the amount of detail and or not detail, but the amount of like
Back lore and stuff
yeah,
like that.
internal consistency and
Well,
like
Warcraft has
and
a lot of that though. I didn't say it was good.
It has freaking pandas and Pokemon in it. It's not. It's just pulpy.
Um,
it's like it has Indiana Jones. It has fake Indiana
those
Jones
are
in
pet trainers.
Yes.
Excuse me.
You mean Reno Jax?
that. No, I
see what you're saying, but-
but I didn't think of it in that definition. I thought I was thinking.
Well,
of
it's
it
like hard sci-fi and soft sci-fi. It's the same thing. 'Cause,
I
like,
do
hard
like some
sci-
good soft sci-fi.
I love soft sci-fi. Soft
That
sci-fi is
floppy-
like
that floppy soft sci-fi. That
Flaccid son.
All right,
boy,
we're-
her was
we're-
the most soft sci-fi.
Deus Ex or no
Ex Machina.
Ex
Machina.
Machina.
Ex Machina soft sci-fi.
Minority Report, soft sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard sci-fi is like Star Trek.
Or Star Wars.
No,
that's
no,
that's
that-
sci-fi
no,
fantasy.
That's like,
That's sci-fi
Oh.
fantasy. That's like
yeah,
science
sci-fi
fantasy.
fantasy.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
Flaccid Sci-Fi is the name of this podcast. I've got 3 names of this podcast now. I don't know how to classify this.
Anyway, speaking of sci-fi,
Yep.
Mass Effect Andromeda won't acknowledge your Mass Effect 3 ending
Good,
choice.
because those endings were terrible. That's all I have to say.
They pretty much said that it's a complete clean break from the other ones. No
That's-
matter
It's a completely different galaxy. So
Yeah,
That's
they
kinda what you
said
need to
that
do.
you know what's
it-
gonna be there?
What?
Turians and Asari
Sorry.
and
Krogan.
and Krogan.
Someone was mentioning how
And
Dante
all
Asari.
your
And
favorite
Solarius.
characters. And
Some-
Sonic.
And Blondie.
He's got to go fast.
It's Rick.
It's Rick.
If Sonic shows up in Mass Effect,
I don't know. I would like Shrek to show up and it'd be like,
I would buy that
somebody
game twice
wants.
just to give them props for having Sonic.
And then donate money to the Sonic Twitter account because that would have been all of them.
Hey, I saw the picture of the guy who runs the Sonic Twitter account.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He's just a
It's a
normal looking
dude. Yeah, I'm sure it's just,
Just
a
like-
guy, right?
Sorry,
But
just
like
like
a
a
normal
20-something
looking
year
dude, or is he like a
He's like a fat,
No.
fat neckbeard.
No, he's not a fat neckbeard. He's just like a normal looking nerdy dude.
Is he like our age, basically?
He did a hot
Probably.
pepper review or
I bet he
something.
probably is one of our.
That
Yeah,
makes
he's a
sense.
young millennial.
He's a millennial.
He's a millennial.
He's a quote
Millennial.
Unquote.
I bet he sure likes getting spending more money on experiences rather than things.
I bet he has an iPhone or other smart device and is very involved in his
I
products.
bet he craves to engage with the current trends happening in his
Oh
world.
my gosh,
I
this
bet-
reminded me of work. Stupid.
But
I bet he uses
did
the
you
social
see,
media.
guys? That,
What?
That Dr. Eggman is gonna take over the Sonic Twitter account again.
The hype is real.
they actually advertised that on the Sonic social media.
I mean,
So
they're having an
weird.
influencer take over their media.
Let's get back to the Twitter
Influencer.
account that's as cool and blue as me.
Influencers are the new thing, so Dr. Eggman is probably the biggest influencer.
He's the Eggman. That's what he am.
I don't know. He's pretty old. The kids don't like old people.
But he's managed to stay relevant through all these years. People do that.
Look at
you know?
that mustache.
Think
That's
of
true.
That mustache is very trendy. What if they curled Dr. Eggman's mustache? What if they has like this giant flared mustache? What if in the
they
next Sonic?
curled
What if the next Sonic game it's like super?
And
curled?
he wore like a cardigan. And, like,
And a bow
Like a
tie.
scarf, like one of those like more like Middle Eastern looking scarves.
Scarfers.
the puffier
Scarfers.
scarf.
Puffy scarves.
And
I
he
don't know.
talks
I don't
about
know
how
what kind
his.
of, if
And
they're
he
not
gets really
Middle
mad
Eastern,
about
I
his
apologize.
chow latte is not doing very good,
Yeah.
and he's just like,
Ciao.
Love
I got it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
got
My
you.
chow tea latte is garbage.
But yeah,
They
so
spelled my name wrong. It's Eggman, not Eggman.
not Dr. Robotnik.
I'm gonna draw this. This is ridiculous.
BioWare saying
This game is a completely different galaxy. Don't
yes,
expect anything to.
they're saying that like everything that happened is that in your game is still canon.
Yeah.
But
But-
it's not gonna matter
it's
at
not
all.
gonna
Doing it over
interact.
and-
Well,
It's
it's
not
a different.
gonna
It's a different
interact
galaxy, so it's
with-
like
It doesn't
just
matter at
happened.
all.
Yeah.
So they're like, if you got the
They're literally taking it
assimilation.
as far as possible as it is possible to go. Well, I
Yeah.
guess
I
it's-
still think
they're
it's
taking it as close as possible as it's possible to go. That's still far, 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 far away.
There's
It's
still
true.
so little of that game that like
I
anybody's
mean,
seen.
yeah,
Yeah.
isn't it coming out like
That
next
one
year?
trailer.
to be
It's supposed to come out
next-
this
they keep
year.
bringing-
They delayed. No, they
Oh,
delayed
they
it.
delayed
It's
it,
next
that's
year.
right. But yeah, they still have only shown that
They
one
didn't, they didn't
trailer.
give a date, right? It was like
No.
it was like a
Early next year or something.
2017.
It's like
it was like a
early
yeah, like
2017.
quarter
I
two
am
or
really
quarter
looking.
one.
I'm totally ready to go back to Mass Effect though.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
I am
a long
too.
time.
I'm really-
If it's just like and the Asari are here and the Krogans are here, I'm not. No.
I'll
Why
try
not?
because I know
I am.
nothing
I'm
about
into
Mass
that.
I
Effect.
just
You don't know
It's
anything about
such-
Mass Effect?
Well, no, I know stuff, but I never played them.
You've never played it?
No.
I know she would love it too.
Yeah, it
Like,
seems
you-
right up your alley.
Amber
know.
loves KOTOR,
Mm-hmm.
and so I mean that's just
Just go
basically
through and
it's
play
just
all
basically
all the old
new-
Mass Effects again. You know,
Yeah.
they're good. I mean, the first
the
one.
problem is
you
I
just put
tried
on
to show
easy.
Mass Effect 1 and the controls for that are garbage. So.
Just put on easy and play that one through for the story.
Okay.
Like it's
That-
not.
I like Mass Effect 1's story way better than the other two games in the series. I'm
See,
probably an
2
outlier.
for me
2 is the best
my
blend of
favorite-
gameplay and story. I
favorite.
fully
agree with
admit.
that.
I fully admit that, but I like Mass Effect 1's story.
And
better
then
than
4
Mass
or
Effect
3,
2.
whatever. 3 is the best gameplay.
But the crappiest story.
It's okay.
Well,
It's
the
like
ending.
it's like fine as a story.
I like it.
It's and
I
then
enjoyed
the end
it.
Is,
It was pandering, but I was in for the mood for some pandering garbage. So
at that point, once you put this game, you have such an attachment to those characters.
exactly.
That Citadel DLC, did you ever play that?
No, I wanted to. I never got
Dude,
around
that's
to it.
like if you're into if you want some pandering, like if you want
Yeah.
some fan service, that entire DLC is
Yeah.
just fan service.
That's the one where
it's
they're
good.
just-
It's really good fan
That's the
service.
one where they're
I mean,
all just
it's-
hanging out on the Citadel, right?
Yeah, you're just hanging
Yeah.
out with people.
Panda.
There
I
is
heard
some
about that.
combat in that DLC, but it's
Panda,
basically
panda,
just like
panda.
let's have a party. Like that's the whole DLC is like let's have a party, get all our
great.
friends together, and you want to have
Like
it.
Persona 4 levels of just let's all hang out and do wacky stuff.
Yeah,
That's
It's my
great.
favorite things to do. Hang out, do wacky stuff.
dude, that Citadel DLC is very good.
I'm really bummed I didn't play it. I feel like if I played it now, it's been too far. I have to play Mass Effect 3 again, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's
Well,
what
there you go.
All the
No,
entire
don't do
series
that.
again.
Play 2 again, and then just jump straight to the DLC for
Yeah, I could. I'll miss out on a couple
I
characters. but-
played 2 like three times all the way through.
Wow.
I played that. That was one of the only games I played through twice the entire way, and that's a long
I was
game.
addicted to 2. When I played them, I played 1 and 2 back to back because 3 was on its way to coming out when I got into the series. Because especially because you and Fallon specifically were telling me
Yeah.
how amazing it was. So I was like, all right, I'm in. I bought like there's like a Steam like sale, which
Yeah, I
is like,
remember you
Mass
being
Effect
kind of like
games are-
whatever about 1. You're like, this is good, but it was
I was
hard to
getting
play.
really frustrated at the beginning with how the controls worked, but then once the story got going, I was like, I have to see this through.
Yeah, definitely.
Um,
Once you get through the
Once-
first
initial
Once it
Citadel-
hooks
the
you.
first Citadel part, I feel like, in the game opens
So it's funny
up.
because I didn't mind that part. It was the part directly after that
Mm.
because I really liked KOTOR as well, and I liked the walking around the city, talking to people, like solving mysteries, like that part is long, and I can totally see why it's a pace killer for like an actual like. I see the problem gameplay wise with that. You don't want to start your game out with a big long walking around talking to people segment. I get it. Me personally, I liked that stuff because it made the world feel. I got to go explore the entire world and see all these different races and like learn about the world, and I liked that stuff because I'm a big nerd about sci-fi stuff like that. And I like world building. But then the part right after that, you go out and you're kind of like, okay, you can kind of go anywhere. There's like an objective here, but like there's like kind of go anywhere. And I went to some of those planets. I'm like, these planets are just big open nothing areas, and the Mako controls are garbage.
They are.
And
But
so
then you run into a scary.
Looks like the
Thresher
Mako's
mod.
back
and then
though.
the Thresher Mod comes back and it blows up my Mako, and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that was there.
What's the
Well,
Mako?
It's a tank
It's a tank
Okay.
thing that
Jeep
sucks.
that's kind of garbage.
Got it.
Flips over all the time.
Was
And
it
then-
in 2 that they
And then Mass Effect
brought
2, they
the
were just
Hammerhead or whatever?
so in Mass Effect 2, they were just like, let's just take everything out. That's not the shooting part. That way, or shooting or walking around. You're doing one of those two
And let's
things.
make the
at all
shooting part
times.
actually like
Good.
like Gears of War.
like Gears of War,
Like
but like with
basically-
more
basically
RPG
like
elements.
Gears
no,
of
but
War,
didn't
yeah,
they? It might have been part of like one of the DLC packs, but they had the whole Hammerhead, which was like that.
Oh,
one, like,
yeah.
hover,
I think it was DLC.
that hover,
I think it was DLC.
like
I remember that.
it
That
might have been like
whatever.
one
That
mission.
was
It might have been like
alright.
one mission area.
Yeah, it was.
Also, the Mass Effect 3 DLC was garbage because it
The
like,
Leviathan?
took out a lot of things.
You mean Mass Effect 2?
No, 3. The 3 DLC included one, the Prothean, who was like
Oh,
got a lot
yeah.
of really
I forgot
important
about that.
story stuff that like just like oh
I
you didn't have
remember
the
that.
DLC, it just gets skipped over, and also the Leviathan, which makes the end of that game
I thought Leviathan was Mass Effect 2
No,
DLC.
Nope, that's
It was
3.
3. I
That's
only know
3.
that because people were talking about it
People
a
were, like,
lot.
really complaining about how it like
Yeah.
it very much changes the end of that game to make it slightly more manageable and not as ludicrous, but that game series.
So-
I'm gonna
so
we're
that's
gonna
Mass
we're gonna
Effect.
we're gonna play through that together because that's a great series that you would really like.
Okay, but we'd have to play through it before Persona 5 comes out. Because
No,
once that
we
comes
have
out,
time.
I
I can play
the.
the game and you can make the story decisions.
Ricardo got
I
it.
am excited for Persona 5.
Yeah. Did you see that leaked trailer?
But
you guys
are
probably
you
talked
ready
about that.
for
No,
my
okay, we
girl
didn't.
super?
No, that's Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp
Sharp
FE, not
FE.
we mistakenly call it hashtag FE.
More
Oh,
creative.
it's a
It is
sharp.
Sharp
Oh,
FE.
because
Sharp
anything else
FE.
would be ludicrous.
No, Ludacris is not in the game. It's
Oh,
a
you're
Japanese game. He is an American artist.
Luda.
Anyway, we got off track. Where's the news?
That's it.
That was
The
all
news
the
is
news.
over. There wasn't a whole lot of news because I mean we're in this E3 hangover. Everyone's like,
The E3
"Oh
hangover.
man, I've
Those
had
are the
too
worst.
much. I've had too much E3, too much
Too much E3, too much karaoke.
too much. Yeah, too much drinking."
I'm actually glad that they won't acknowledge the ending of Mass
I am.
Effect 3.
I'm okay with that.
I really do hope. Like, I'm fine. I know there's gonna be an Asari in the game. I know there's gonna be a Turian in the game.
Here's the interesting thing. It
I
says
just-
you
I
won't
just
have to
really
play.
hope there's not like, oh, another planet full of Asari that just happened like a long time
won't-
ago. We made a migration over.
You
here.
won't
It's
have to
like,
play as a human, which is an interesting thing.
That's cool.
That's
I like
interesting.
that.
I really
and
hope there's
think,
something different.
I
There's
think
Can I be a
something new. I really
Twi'lek?
want.
what's interesting is the
minute.
Asari always look attractive to whoever is playing them. So it'd be interesting if you were like
Wait,
a
what?
different race.
Is
Yeah,
that like a thing? I didn't
yeah,
remember
because
that
they
one.
want to bang everyone. They're like bang everyone's species. You know,
They're totally my species. Which ones are they?
The blue alien
blue
chicks.
alien
Okay,
chicks.
yeah, they are really
They,
hot.
they,
Yeah.
they are basically a man's sexual fantasy made into an alien race. I mean,
What
come on.
in a video game?
Come on, like
Unheard
it's
of.
really.
Can I use my VR goggles? Look down their shirts. Like
new Mass Effect.
the new Mass Effect.
They're just like,
but they
they're
changed.
always sexy, and
that'd
they're
be-
lesbians. All of them are, except for they cannot. It's just for sometimes they can be
Alright.
heterosexual if they want to be. If you're a very
Well, they're-
attractive man, like you are,
They're
It's like, oh.
genderless, right?
Well, I mean,
No,
whatever.
they're-
Come
they
on,
have
dude.
gender
Like,
fluid.
No, I
Fluidity.
thought the whole idea
yeah,
was
the whole idea is that they can mate with each other if like it's totally possible. But like there's also like this weird like anti-purity thing in their race that
Yes,
like
because
if you do mate with another Asari and make a
You're-
child, that's
there's
like
no-
not like as clean.
there's no
as,
advance. No, it's because there's no advancement.
Yeah,
Because they advance through the power of sex.
yes, it's
You guys are
dumb.
really selling
weird.
Mass
The
Effect.
The
really
thing
dumb.
is
It's-
that
The point
like,
is they
that
look
part of it
attractive
is
to other
really
people,
dumb.
and it'd be interesting if you pick like a Krogan or something, and it'd be like, oh, look, sexy Krogan
yeah.
ladies.
That'd actually be cool. I want to see some sexy Krogans.
Blue Krogan ladies.
Yeah. Anyways.
It'd be
Oh wait,
interesting.
they always look like their race itself.
Yes,
Yeah.
they look like
I
the
don't remember- I
ideal attraction for
remember that.
for that race. Or
I don't
whatever.
remember that at all.
Yeah, that's why they always look like sexy ladies. Sexy blue alien ladies.
But I don't want a
Wait,
sexy
so, like,
lady.
Well,
I don't know.
Too bad.
When is that? I like
You don't
read-
know what you
I, like,
want,
read all the
Amber,
lore
they
in that
know.
game, and I don't remember that at
Right.
all. Huh.
anyway, that's the thing that happens. I don't. It'd be interesting if they did that.
So really, Asari are like these weird, like multi-limbed alien tentacle monsters.
More than
but
likely.
Probably. They probably look like the characters from Galaxy
I was
Quest.
gonna say they look like
Yeah.
guys from Galaxy Quest, right? That's what they are. But then they have their little trans.
I am
modern-
shocked.
I did not. I don't remember that at all.
From Galaxy
I-
Quest?
No, from
By Grabthal's hammer.
What the
a
savings.
savings.
What the savings?
Rip.
Yeah.
R.I.P.
You just think about Mass
I don't
Effect
remember
now.
that at all, man. I can't believe. I
Well, I'm
forgot
sorry you
that
don't
part.
remember every little bit of lore, Matt. I know.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No, but that's just like that's really weird to me. I thought that's I mean, maybe I remember that. Maybe I just interpreted that differently as like, oh, they always look
I
attractive.
didn't read all the
but I
codexes.
didn't.
Like,
I
they
didn't,
look
I
like-
didn't remember them looking like literally like just changing their entire shape and appearance. To whoever looked at that,
Yeah, man, they're cool aliens, dude.
I bet you even if you play as a Krogan in that game, the Asari are gonna look exactly the same.
Because you're the human, and you're a
No,
human player.
No, you're a Krogan.
You're a human.
If you play as a
but
Krogan in
you're,
that
but
game.
you're, but you playing the Krogan,
It
a
knows
human,
what
and
the
it knows
person
deep
is.
down that you're just a
Sorry,
gross
I'm
man,
not buying it.
gross
not
neckbeard
buying this.
man.
I'm not buying this interpretation of how
Anyways.
that rule works. Trailer trash.
Trailer
trash, damn dude.
Never gonna stop.
Yep, never.
I missed it.
Can't
It's been a
stop,
week.
won't stop.
It's been a whole week.
Yeah, we had a week of freedom.
Listen, I had to show you guys the greatest Hearthstone ad.
Oh my gosh.
pretty great.
It's a pretty great Hearthstone
Pretty
ad.
great Hearthstone.
was-
ad.
Japanese
Hearthstone
ad.
ad.
I
Japanese
laughed.
businessman
I
was
cried.
everyone was bowing to him, but then this one lady was like, "Nah," and it was like,
Whoa!
"Whoa!"
and then it's basically like 30 seconds of
Spill-
whoa.
It was
The-
good
the-
slow motion action
Yeah.
of people's buttons bopping up,
reactions.
Coffee spilling.
burning
Guy
people's
getting
hands.
Burned in slow motion.
And then that guy's sweating. He's like, "Oh my gosh, this lady's gonna." And then now she's the president of the company. 'cause
Dun,
that's how
dun,
it
dun,
works.
dun, dun, dun,
As we
dun,
as we
dun, dun,
as we
Defeat
talked
someone
about
in
it when we were watching the trailer, that's how it works in Japan. If you defeat the president of the company in single combat, then you are now the president of the
Trial
company.
by combat.
Yeah, it's basically that.
I challenge you.
The honor demands it.
What was the thing in Warcraft that they called it?
Oh yeah, we should probably turn the lights on. Thanks, honey.
It was some kind of orcish word.
Some
can't
orcish
remember what
word.
it's called.
She cheats. She uses
Big chopper,
innkeeper.
big chopper boys.
So yeah, that was a pretty sweet ad.
That's a good commercial. A good dumb commercial.
A good Japanese commercial.
But the real thing here is I wanted to show. I mean, Matt's already seen this, but the Paper Mario Color Splash.
Hate it.
I really just want to show Matt just to see his reaction.
Hate it.
As the biggest Paper Mario fan in the room.
True.
Paper Mario's so good.
I love
Why did
Paper
they
Mario.
Make Paper Mario bad.
It's okay.
Make Paper Mario great again, damn it. Like, so it seems like what I've heard about this game is that the reception from E3, because it was apparently playable, even though they said there was only going to be Zelda playable.
Oh, they
There's
did
apparently a
have it
secret room somewhere where they had this game available to play.
Secret room.
Secret
Secret
demo.
room.
Don't worry, Matt.
And people said that it was fun, but it seemed like Sticker Star 2, which is exactly the problem
That was like your
that I
first
had in the
fear.
first place. Is
Yeah.
that Sticker
You
Star
don't want
was
Sticker Star.
garbage. It was really bad. And I don't want this game to be Sticker Star.
I feel like that's hyperbole, man.
No, I'll let you borrow it 'cause I don't want it. I've got a cart and you can take it.
I got
I
so
remember
much
you being
Hearthstone
we
to
were on the
play.
paper at that time, and I remember you bringing in.
Yeah,
I
like,
was so
you're
excited.
really
you're like, oh
excited.
man, I'm
I
gonna play this
pre-ordered
game,
it.
and then like it was like a day you played it, and you're just like,
I remember you being
It was
disappointed.
the most disappointing game in recent because like most of the time I don't buy into hype specifically for this purpose. The reason I'm often a cynical person, and I totally admit that, is because I don't like to pre-order games because I don't like to get excited about games because I don't want to be disappointed when they don't live up to my expectations. And there are certain games where I'll totally give up on that. Like for instance, Overwatch. I pre-ordered that and got really hyped about that and ended up being very pleased with how that ended up. So that worked out well. But for Paper Mario, which even Super Paper Mario was not like the best of the series, but I still enjoyed that game and it was very well made. So for the new one coming out for 3DS, I'm like, yeah, I'm sold. Paper Mario is awesome. I am totally down for another one. And it ended up being like barely an RPG, and I guess that's fine. But they ended up just making like New Super Mario Bros. And just porting a bunch of those mechanics into this. Like, there's no open world anymore. There's no levels. There's no progression. There's no like abilities. Everything is just based on stickers. But then you don't get experience points from fighting. So what's the point of fighting? Each level is its own self-contained area. So there's nothing you like. There's no characters. There's no like except for like the main Mario and his like sidekick. There's no like characters that carry over and you get interested in hearing their story.
At least there'll always be Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga.
Yeah, those games are decent. They're not terrible, but I feel like Paper Mario is better than those games. And
Whichever one you were playing, I don't even remember
the original Paper Mario.
Yeah, that actually I could understand why you really liked it because watching you play some of it, it was very engaging. Like it was some cool mechanics.
It just has it has a really fun world that you can explore, and Sticker Star didn't have any of that.
I had great memories of playing the original Paper Mario after getting my teeth pulled.
Yeah,
just
nice.
playing that.
Wisdom teeth.
No.
And didn't I let you borrow? Didn't I let you borrow 1,000 Year Door?
Yeah, and I played that, and that game was great too.
It was great. That game is the best game on GameCube almost.
Well, maybe after this they'll have someone come in and like let's revamp this.
Someone just like the Zelda guy comes in.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
hope so, but it seems like I don't know why they decided to make a sequel out of Sticker Star. It was like universally. It wasn't like this game is good. Like no one liked it, so I don't know why they decided to continue.
Please understand, this was in development right away.
This was easier to make. It probably was easier to make.
That's 100%
We don't want to spend as much money on this.
One thing I will say about Sticker Star, or about Color Splash, that's the new one, is it looks really awesome. It's on Wii U now, not 3DS, and so they've done a ton of work with just the art style and all the real world objects that kind of like pop into play, and the way like there's one part where a shy guy like folds up the level that you're standing on, starts rolling it on top of you, and you have to run away from it. Like, there's some cool stuff that looks like it's there. Also, I do appreciate how the Shy Guy sent a message to you by sending a dead body. Just like, it's a toad that's been erased, and they like fold it up into a litter form, and Mario unfolds it, and it's just a toad. It's just like, it's like, imagine getting a package with like body parts in it. That's basically what Mario just received.
Shy Guy's a messed up dude, man.
Yeah, Shy Guy's dark. Shy Guys are freaky. Also, the Shy Guys use a straw to suck the color out of toads, which looks really awkward. It's like,
I just sucked the color out of you, boy.
Yeah.
Vampire.
It's like sucking the blood out of someone.
That's one way of wording it.
I'll take the straw.
All that won't matter if the gameplay is garbage. And
Right.
Sticker Star's gameplay was so bad I quit playing after about 2 hours of playing it. So, like.
But you know what gameplay is good though?
Yes.
It's the Yokai Watch.
Yeah, it is.
Yokai Watch.
Yokai Watch 2 announced
Yokai
with
Watch Blue and Yokai Watch Red.
which
No.
are actually
Else?
called
Bony spirits
And
Nope.
fleshy
fleshy
spirits.
souls.
Fleshy Spirit. No,
Fleshy
Spirit-
souls? Darky souls?
No,
It was fleshy souls.
Fleshy spirits?
It's bony spirits, fleshy souls.
Are you sure?
I think so.
I don't remember.
Me either.
Bony, yeah.
I'm gonna look it up. We watched the Yokai Watch 2 trailer, which I think they're on like 3 or 4 in Japan.
Yeah, Japan's like those games have been like multiple games and multiple movies have been out in Japan.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
When the first one came out.
The way those character design is just so wacky.
Yeah.
Like
goofy.
they're off the wall crazy.
Yeah,
They're like everyone
They
saw the
don't
ice
One-
cream
one
Pokemon
was
was like,
called-
let's just make all things like this.
Basically.
One was called like Lady Longneck, and that was like her name.
just
Just
a
like
long
just
neck
a lady
lady.
with a
Oh,
long
was
neck.
actually her name? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It was like
Well,
Lady Longneck.
A lot of them are based off Japanese spirits.
mythology, yeah, or real
What they believe are
real
spirits.
spirits.
Amber, I
you
hope
know.
you buy that game to be the expert. I hope you're our resident yokai expert.
I might.
Resident Evil
I haven't
yokai
even
expert.
finished the first one, but yeah.
It doesn't matter.
It
You're
is
the expert.
Bony Spirits and Fleshy
Hey,
Souls.
we haven't done a yokai watch check in to see which spirits are inspiriting us.
Oh, that's right.
recently.
Well, I hope they're the bony ones.
Bony ones.
the boner spirits.
Oh, wait, what?
There's a difference.
Crazy.
Always inspirited.
It looks basically more of
Bony
the
spirit.
same.
Like bigger, like it's like bigger, more, like it's like
The
other
graphics
than
look a
that.
little bit
You
better.
get to go back
like-
in time.
Oh, that's true. You go back
60 years to find the origin of the yokai watch.
Apparently they've only been around for 60
Yokai
years.
watch that's like
the
a
yokai
watch of
watch.
yokais. People just watch yokai, right?
No,
Yes.
the watch is literally a
Oh,
watch.
it's a literal
the
watch.
yokai
That's how you
watch.
find yokais.
That's how. That's the reason he can see yokais is because he has the yokai.
Did Apple
watch.
make it?
Yes. It also keeps track of your pulse and your
Oh.
calories.
Oh, they're gonna
every
release a
day.
new app so you can preload apps onto it. So
Yeah.
they load faster.
Yeah.
I'm really looking
Yeah.
forward to that yokai update.
Yeah.
It's a great.
Yeah.
It's a great inspiriting update
They're
coming
also
soon.
gonna add a new control panel where you can do different things and like turn the sound on and off, and also call S911 if you want.
Oh, and you can also like make a yokai by drawing a symbol, like
Yeah, you
drawing
can draw.
on
You can
it, yeah.
draw. You
Send
can
it
just
to
you can spell Y. Okay.
It'll be like
Hey.
yo.
Next story.
Oh no.
What's
La-
the
the
next
la- it was
trailer?
the last trailer, man.
That was the last trailer.
No, this is the last trailer.
This is the
It was
last
Mario
trailer.
Party Star Rush.
Oh, that's right.
Guys.
This will
we-
add to our
we've got,
secret
we've got
series.
12. We've got like 12, 13 Mario parties under our belt. What do we do next time? Wait. What if everyone rolled the dice at the same time and moved at the same?
Hey, that sounds
What?
awesome.
That's crazy. You can't do that.
3DS.
No, we're doing it. It's crazy.
This
we're
guy's
doing
out of
it.
control.
Look at Nintendo always innovating.
Seems like
What if everyone played as a Toad, but then just like ran over other Mario characters and just collected them as
You've recruited
characters?
Donkey.
you've recruited Mario? Wait, what?
It was weird.
It looked weird.
Really weird.
I'm interested.
At least it's something different than what
What?
they typically
I'm
do.
No.
I'm intrigued.
I'm not.
You're not no interest from
no.
Ricardo.
Get out of here with this
You
garbage.
love Mario Party though.
No, I love
no,
VR.
No, he loves VR.
Oh, I forgot.
You don't know anything. You don't love anything.
Do you think
I don't
tomorrow?
love
Do you think
anymore.
next week he'll come in loving Mario Party?
Yeah, no, it'd be like a month or two from now.
A month or
Be
two?
I love Mario Party.
You'll see a new Mario Party come out and it'll be just the one to hit him, and it'll be one that we don't see coming.
Yep.
It's true. Like Mario Party 4 or something.
I don't.
It'll
believe-
be like
I
Mario
don't-
Party. You just watch the
I
Let's Play of
don't know
Mario
what
Party
to
4. and it's
believe
like,
in anymore. There's nothing true. Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Well, on the bright side, we can go get food and think about it.
Yay!
Ethan is real set on that
His
food.
whole-
He's hungry, apparently.
He's hangry.
I'm not hangry. I'm in a good mood, but I am hungry.
All right. Well, with that, thank you for listening, everyone, to this.
You're welcome.
No, not you.
She had to tolerate all of us.
Everyone else besides you.
Oh, so me?
Yeah. Ethan and Ricardo.
You're welcome.
Just not me.
Okay. Our podcast is available on pixellegends.com. We got a Facebook page. We got a Twitter account, pixel_legends. We've got an iTunes page, so if you like this podcast, go ahead and subscribe. That'd be nice. Leave us a review if you want to do that. That'd be cool. We got some video stuff up. We got a Stellaris video out now. You can watch Dat Boy or Dem Boys, however you want to do it.
Or
You can
That's
watch-
Boy.
You can watch Dem
Yes.
Boys take
That's
over the
the word.
galaxy, or start to at least.
Every time I watched, I was like, "That's boy video."
That's boy. That's boy. You'll find out what that means if you go watch our stupid Stellaris video at Pixel Legends on YouTube. Ethan apparently has a video coming out. It should be out
It's already out.
today. Is that
It's
the
already
day, right?
out.
Well,
It's
by
up.
the time you listen to this, it's already available.
It's definitely been out.
It's on Evo 2016.
Yeah, I
Its
had to do
progress,
the date.
its
That's very
progress
soon.
Is
Yeah,
ongoing.
it's like a month away.
So you better hope.
It's less than a month away.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you and Ricardo both, but Ricardo's been posting updates
yeah.
anymore, so I don't know what's going on with that.
Hearthstone.
I could
He's
be
been playing Hearthstone. He's been playing too much Hearthstone.
my first. Hopefully, I'm gonna hope my first opponent is Ethan. So
That would be hilarious.
so I could
Oh,
be-
I-
That
well,
would make me so
no matter
sad.
what, no matter what, the there will be, if not the final, an Evo video at Evo, and
There will be that
I'm
video.
gonna be
Yeah.
recording that. and
There
it's
is
gonna
at
be
least one
amazing.
more video coming out before that,
before Evo,
and then there will be Evo.
And then
probably.
Evo will be
so there'll be
upon
at
us.
least 2 more videos.
and that's gonna
Coming
be a
out in that
glorious
series.
thing. And
Yeah.
then from there, we'll
Party.
go. But yeah, we got the other half of that Stellaris video will be coming out soon, and who knows if And maybe we'll do some more stuff with that and find some alien races to spread that boy through the galaxy.
That boy needs it.
In other, I think I've named all the social medias and other crap that we're
I think
on.
you did a
So
good job.
at that point, it's time to end the podcast. Any final thoughts?
I want to go play Overwatch. Get out.
We-
I
we-
want
I
to
don't
go
know-
play
I
Overwatch.
don't know what that game
We
is.
never talked about Overwatch at all. Hey, you guys, what do you guys want about Overwatch? You guys have been playing that recently?
Yeah.
That game sucks. I don't play it anymore.
It's over.